adinime imano muwana masi manenu aru enese babulu sonjoni maru amufani na buluze soni lueze uwadani rufa musabali yamu fakwaba yokoma enese lifa kochoba inazu nikwado beze kinani akose monyenga pongwane mo onye kanga posi oyoma ebu watu wenu mo nege ewo akuwasi adio ebu watu wenu mo amandianeze akuwasi adio ebu watu wenu mo amandianeze. Akuwasi adio
once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people, wherever you are all over the world. We say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra for the avoidance of doubt. And we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Ukafo. He is from Abatiti. Abatiti is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He's the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And one day we will understand the mindset behind those words. Mazi Ukafo is standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazi Kano, the Prince of Afari Beku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom, the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interests of the Biafran people. We will keep on saying this truth until you get used to it. He is from Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and of course Abia State is Biafra land. And by the special grace of Chukwu Kikabia, I remain George Onyeibe. I am from Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. Without wasting much of our time, we will acknowledge the Creator, Chukwu Kikabia, the one who sits in heaven and preside over the affair of man, because in the end, he is our hope and stay, our wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, our guide in matter both great and small. And so I will humbly say to him tonight, as always, Jehovah, Ebudikenaya, Ebudikpanume, Idiebubezim, Ahagi, Nekebu Simiri, Natupu Ajomo, Onemeka Mbididao. Of course, once again, I welcome you to this segment. The team, remain back to your root. Back to your root. You see, we are fighting one war in different phases. And this is some of the things most of you will not understand. It is a privilege and a rare one to be a Biafra. But it takes so much for you to remain a Biafra. Believe me. We are fighting one war, but in different phases. The war is simply a war to exercise our God-given right. A war to enable us live as a human being. A war that will make the Britain and other criminals to steal our resources, but allow us to decide how we sleep, what we eat, how we dress, and the rest of it. It comes in different form and shape. A lot of friends parading themselves, but they are worse than the open enemy. Believe me. But of course, we shall visit all of them. The most important thing is for our people to understand that this war is not about AK-47. Of course, at the right time, we shall bear arm, if that is what it will take to stop this evil enclave called Nigeria. But of course, we are advocating for peace. We want Biafra to be restored without a shot of a bullet. I think the world will take the credit for it, because except men and women of principle understand the need why indigenous nations within the African continent must be liberated from the concussion of Berlin Conference. And then to be able to conquer, you must understand the nature of the enemy you battle. And it is going to be unfortunate for any Biafran who do not understand that most of our enemy are in disguise. They look like brothers, they look like sisters. They sound very polite. You see them and you will just give them all the best. You applaud them. But in the interim, unbelievable, according to Mazi. But of course, we must not lose focus. They're fighting us economically. They're fighting us spiritually, religiously. They're fighting us systematically, meticulously. They are fighting us any way imaginable and possible for them. I tell you, we will need all the help we can. But the only trusted helper we know this moment is Chukwu Kikabia. And so when I say back to your root, we must understand who our ancestors are. This war we have fought for about 60 years. We've lost over 10 million of our people, the number still counting. Our fathers have been standing and waging this war for time immemorial. We can't come out and talk about how they were captured. They actually paved in. They allowed their weak side of them to prevail. Their compassion, their mercy, their ability to be patriotic. They were kind, hospitable people, I must tell you. And then they were trapped. They have fought this war as far as we can remember. Over 400 years or more than, they have been fighting to stop terrorists from invading their land. From generation to generation, they actually invented the method and pattern to defend our land. They did even to the very dying moment of their life. And today we are here. But of course, we are fighting more sophisticated enemy than you can imagine. But we do not have any intention to retreat, not to surrender. If we must understand how they survive, we must go back to our root. We talk about Ekumeku every day. But how many people are willing to find out who this Ekumeku is? It will amaze you. It will amaze you why you have so many kind of Igbo in Delta State. It will amaze you that today you have Rumo Domanya people. It will amaze you who they are. But that is a study for another day. And so when certain people tell me certain things and I look at them, of course I do not have the right to say certain things I would have said. Because without our leader Mazi and the Kano, we are all gone as a people because they have bamboozled us. And now to understand what these Aruchuku warriors did, for us to understand what the Abagana Seto did, the Izi people, for us to understand what they did, how they did what they did, we must understand who they are. And of course, our team remain back to your root. Believe me, it is not easy for Britain to conquer Biafra land. No European nation can single-handedly match a community in Biafra land. This is not boasting, but this is the truth. They always conspire. When we talk about Britain, and we talk about other colonial terrorists, none of them can single-handedly match a state in Biafra land as they have divided us. It is not possible for them, I tell you the truth, and we do not lie. But they know how to conspire. If we move emotion now as a people against Britain, America is going to support them. China is going to support them. India is going to support them. Not because they know or believe that Britain is doing the right thing, but there is always interest to protect. They must steal oil in Biafra land, unpaid for, unaccounted for. And this is the war our enemies, or rather our ancestors, has been fighting for as long as we can remember. But then let's try to understand how they survive. We are here today. The best thing we can do for our children, for the next generation of Biafra, it's not the motto we give to them. It's not the house we build for them. It's not the international passport you give to them. Some of us boast and say, my children have so many passports. The Italian passport, the Jamaican passport, Indonesia. But this is not the best you can give to them. You must give space that will give them a sense of belonging. For in the end, without our land, the land of Biafra, who the hell do you think we are? We are nobody. Some people feel proud. We are doing it here. We are fighting for freedom. I tell you everything we have done here today. If Biafra is not restored, I tell you we labor in vain. But if for any reason, peradventure Biafra will not be restored in our time, we will make sure that the next generation of Biafra will be more fierce than anybody can imagine. For this is our duty. With our whole life, we will make sure they are ready. They can take our data. They can conspire against us. But we will study their strength. And with the weakness of our ancestors, we shall bring them together. And we will stand till the last man standing. Of course, before we begin to talk about the last man standing, you should know the position we will all be in. Friends and enemy alike. Back to your root. It doesn't matter how evil this seems to be. Understand, when I say back to your root, I'm not trying to tell you that our worlds were 100% perfect. Certainly not. They will not be human to be 100% perfect. But I'm saying that if they are evil, we must appreciate them for being evil. Don't you know British people worship Theresa May family? When you see a British man saying good about people like David Cameron, Rola Lady Dan, Margaret Thatcher, Peter Buota, and the rest criminal. When you see them talking about good of them, you think they are human beings. But of course, they are in the position to do that. And if Britain can praise people like Theresa May, if Britain can acknowledge people like Harold Wilson, Freddie Lugard, Mafosen, and the rest of them. Why wouldn't I be proud of my ancestors? Somebody could leave all the way from America and come to my land and kidnap my people. And today they have the moral right to fight Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen and Miati Allah. And yet they take them and use them for forced labor. And some days later, and then they are very good people. All of it, suddenly they will be taking us to heaven. Why wouldn't I be proud of my ancestors? Don't forget, this is the land of our birth. This is the land of our birth. We must know the truth about everything concerning us as a people, because without that we are gone as a people. But we will never allow that to happen. This is the land of our birth. For your information, this is the land of our birth. Our people must understand this truth. Our people must understand this truth. There is something our brother, he saw and he sang his song. Or is it not why we are here? Is it not because of the land of Biafra? Is there any reason why we are here? This is the land of our birth. I'll be back in a minute. Yes, Biafra is the land of our birth as Biafrans, and we will not apologize. But of course, we must continue like I was saying. On this segment, we must go back to our root. But like we have been going through some series for some days now, about 3 days or more. And our theme has been, this period, our theme is spiritual aspect of our culture that has been neglected. We've gone ahead to look at the Star of David. We've gone ahead to look at the issue regarding astrology, even though we are not going in depth. But let's start from somewhere. Tonight, by the grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, we shall look at the third aspect of it, the art of defilement. You know, there are a lot of spiritual aspects of our life as a people that we neglect. We just look at, everything about our ancestors is evil, and then we neglect them. But believe me, our enemies took advantage of this aspect of our spiritual life that have been neglected by us to undo us as a people. And so by the grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, our topic tonight is the art of defilement. The art of defilement. ACTS, the arts of defilement. And then when you look at the issue of defilement is when something is defiled. When they say something is defiled, it means you make that thing dirty. And when that thing is dirty, it loses its purity. And when that thing is or has lost its purity, it is often used in a religious context. Now, let me try to break the grammar down. When they say something is defiled, that means it is dirty. When they say something is dirty, that means it has lost its purity. And when something loses its purity, the divine being cannot access them. And now one truth remains, that the Bible says only the foolish people say that there is no God. A fool will say in his heart that there is no God. But yet the foolish one will say in their heart that as a black man, that Oyibo man is your God. Well, may God have mercy upon you. Having said that, my God is Chukwu Kikabiama. Chukwu Kikabiama is from our boys, from Urugudu, Adiamama. But if it's not from Urugudu, if it's not from Biafra land, and then certainly we will question his position as our God. I will not blame a Saudi Arabia man who has his own creator as Muhammad or Allah. He's from their village. And when the Chinese worship their ancestors, when the Buddhists worship the Indian woman and the rest of them, when Europe worship Jesus Christ, Oyibo, it's their God, is from their village. But it's very difficult for you to understand this, that for God to save a black man, he must come as a black man. We won't apologize. But we keep quiet about all these things, and they are undermining our spiritual position. Believe me. But we won't go back there. Now Britain is shouting, oh, we're going to return the bronze cock that we steal from Benin. We're going to restore the head of Festac. I don't know why I usually forget the name of this image. Britain now want to return all the artifacts stolen from your Sharan, they call evil. Of course, everything that have been stolen from our land, it will make your land uninhabitable. You must return them. And then the moment you are defiled, you are spiritually disconnected. And any human being walking this face of the planet Earth that is spiritually disconnected is a living corpse. One of the things I learned as a Christian, a very hard truth, is that I don't need to be spiritual. You know, some of us, when we go to church, we speak in tongue, we are in the spirit. My brother Chinasa wrote something online. He said Goya and olive oil was actually meant to cook. But in Nigeria, it become anointing oil. But if he says, it's Antichrist, it's Antichrist. But I won't insult you. If not, I would have said idiots. But let's continue so we not lose focus, because our times is fast spent already. We go back to our ancestors. Once you are disconnected spiritually, you are gone. I don't need to be a spirit. I don't need to be spiritual, because I'm a spirit being already. George Onyeibe lives inside this body. This body is not me. He housed me. And Jesus said, there is no way the house will have more glory than the person that built it. Your house can be very beautiful. They don't give the glory to your building. They give the glory to your house. And when you build beautiful house, and somebody will come out and say, oh, look at this house. Very beautiful. Oh, what a, the owner of this house. Oh, what a, you are the one they give the glory, not the house. The same way, your spirit man is the one that takes the glory. Is the one that receives the praise. Is the one that receives the blessing and favor from God. Not your body. But of course, I believe you will understand before the end of this topic. And so the moment you are disconnected spiritually, you are gone. After all, as a black man, you have spirit, body, and soul. Which means that more than 75% of your makeup as human being are spirit. Only your body is the physical. You need to be connected spiritually. And the moment you are disconnected spiritually, you are gone. If they don't kill you in the spirit, they can't kill you physically. Let me tell you something. Let me digress a little bit before we continue. It should be around 2011. And I was in a dream. And I have the same dream over and over and over. Almost 3 days, I was having the same dream. They were chasing me. I don't know who they are. But they will chase me to the extent that they will almost catch up with me. I will wake up. I say, thank God it's a dream. I go and hustle as usual. And then I come back the next night, second night. I sleep from where I ended the previous dream. Another one continue. And they chase me and chase me. They almost caught me. I woke up. I said, ah, God. The dream continued. On the third day, I went to the bed. I dreamed the same dream. But on the third day, they shot me on my stomach. Because there were so many. They were with pump passion. On the third day, the same dream, I was shot on the stomach. And I woke up in the morning. And I told my wife and I said, I have been shot. I was shot in a dream. This is bad. You know, they will tell you now that it's superstitious belief. But I did pray. I went out to work as usual. And that very day, at about 10 a.m. in the morning, I start having, because they shot me in my stomach, exactly opposite my navel. And so around 10 a.m. that very morning, I start having itching in my navel. And I start scratching the position, the point. The more I scratch it, the more bombs grow from within my navels. But I was able to recall that I was shot in the dream. And exactly the same location I was shot in the dream was the area that was inching me. And the more I scratch it, the more bombs grew from those regions. I have to close from work. And I went home. And my wife, being a midwife, I showed her. She examined me and said, according to medical report, this is allergic reaction. And if it's allergic reaction, and I said to her, what drug do I take? He said, no, you cannot take any drug because your body is reacting to certain chemical. You will never know if the drug you're going to take contains the same chemical your body is reacting to. So you take no drug. And that was when I knew that if spiritual implication was not applied to what is going on, if God has not intervened, I would have gone and buy paracetamol or turumacin, arabamacin, as the case may be, and drink them, and then I will die. And then they will say, oh, he took expired drug. Everybody will analyze. But I've been killed in the spiritual realm. Something has to kill me physically to justify it. Most of us have had a encounter where people die mysteriously. And those who have spiritual understanding will say, then don't kill this person for village. Now here he's just supposed to die. But having said so, all these things cannot happen except you have been defied. So do not deny the fact about the spiritual existence among us. Our technology before civilization was known as witchcraft. Today the technology is the advancement of the modern world is known as technology. But can you tell me the difference between witchcraft and technology? They are the same product in different container. Make no mistake about that. When you take a remote made out of sand and plastic and you press a button and something begin to control something, there is spiritual influence there. Don't let anybody deceive you. But it's Onyeibe own, so you call it technology. If it is black man own, you call it witchcraft. In order to justify the demonization of our culture as a people. Can somebody tell me what makes metal fly in the air? Except there is a spiritual influence that is propelling or revolting around that metal. Can somebody tell me why the iron will float in the water? Except there are spiritual implications that have been activated. Don't let anybody deceive you. Because these things are minor to you. you zero your mind against them. You don't want to think outside the box. You accept it that way. But let me tell you how it works. This is December. Most of you, your Yoruba pastor will tell you that your mother-in-law, your grandmother, or the eldest man in your village is the one killing you. That for you to prosper, you are going to bring the sand in your community. Many of you, as you are coming this December, you will pack the sand in your father village. You go and give it to your pastor. But let me remind you that you are idiot. Some of you, they send you to go to your community water and pack water. You are listening to me now. Yoruba pastor have told you, go to the river in your community, fetch it. When you are returning home, bring it. Let me make you a rich man. But I tell you, you are a bushmeat. Anytime you are doing this, I can assure you that you are part of the people initiating the act of defilement. Have you ever wondered why Chinese people will come to Nigeria in Biafra land here and they begin to nail something on the ground? I have seen Chinese company, China company, Japan company, everywhere in Biafra land, they are nailing, only God knows what they are nailing. Why is it that one of the biggest investment of the Chinese people in Africa is in the middle of Africa? Go and find out the center of all the country in Africa. It is the Japanese people that planted the heart in the heart of Africa. You don't know what is coming for you. We are talking about Britain and France. Let's pray Chinese and Japanese don't have access as Britain and France have. Africans don't know what is coming for them. We shall come to that later. Have you wondered why Yoruba people will send you text message, recharge card, and ask you to return it to them, and then begin to pray for you to be millionaire? But yet they are poor. Do you understand how it works? Those of you, they are sending text message. Oh, brother, I send you recharge card. Please, it's a mistake. I was sending it to Baba. Baba is in Olumosho. Please, send it back, please. You now send it back as a good man, Biafran person that you are. And when you send it back to Baba, Baba will say, come, let me bless you, my son. I'm going to make you to be rich. But if you are reasonable enough, you will ask yourself, this Baba that want to make you rich, is it 2,000 naira or 1,500 naira MTN card his children are sending to him? I tell you, before my mother passed away, I made sure that on monthly basis, I sent to her, according to my level, nothing less than 42,000 naira every month. For over 12 years till she died. But I'm a poor man, honestly. If I can do that for my mother, do you think I'll be sending my mother a recharge card 1,005? Am I insulting her? Of course, according to level anyway. But the point now is that the person now that is sending 1,000 recharge 5 cards to the father should be a poor man. He should be a poor man. Because if you are doing well, believe me, you won't be sending those things for your mother. You will recharge their phone. You make sure they are okay. 1,005 recharge card. What are they going to use it for? But let's assume you are poor. You have to do that for them. And then these same poor people who gave birth to poor son now will now call you as a Yoruba and say, my son, I want to bless you. My daughter, I want to bless you. Anybody there? He say, no, nobody there. He goes, I will make you rich. Or you go and bring water. They initiate you and defile you. If in too sabi make people poor, why not making Peking rich? So that they go take and go for London and renew in life then as they renew Buhari own. Don't you see Buhari? It's just like the same way. You cannot understand. Why is it Theresa May is aging every day? But Buhari went to visit Theresa May. All of a sudden he turned to young boy Lambato. But of course I will not digress for that, so you will understand why we must go back to our root. And now talking about defilement, the moment they defile you, they have automatically disconnected you from the spiritual realm. Our leader never came on this platform to tell us it's physical. He said, Chukwu Kikabiama sent me. And if there is anything we believe more on this platform, it is Chukwu Kikabiama. Don't you get it? This is spiritual. Or do you know where Chukwu Kikabiama lives? Do you have the picture of Chukwu Kikabiama? But of course, he lives within us. We know he's there. We feel his presence every day. For everything he has created, testify about him. And so we don't need his picture. But let us continue about the issue of defilement. Now, if back, this word defilement is constantly used in the Christian religion. According to the Christian religion, 30 verses in the Bible talk about defilement. 30 verses in the Bible talked about the issue of defilement. One of the most discussed issue in the Bible. And now it will amuse you to understand that 7,348 form of defilement. The Bible record 7,348 different type of defilement. That is to tell you how serious this matter is. But now, let us begin to come back home a little bit. In Matthew chapter 15, verses 11 and 18, Jesus said, "It is not what you encounter, according to the Bible, that defies you, but what comes out from your mouth. It is not what you touch every day that defiles you, but what comes out from your mouth." That is how it was ended in the New Testament. And now, anything we touch does not defile us. But what we say defile us. I want you to hold on to that. Then when you continue from there, and you go to Matthew chapter 15, verse 20, there seems to be a form of contradiction, or rather Corinthians and the rest of them. Apostle Paul in the Corinth said, "For what truly defies you," or rather Peter said, there was a time Peter was in Jerusalem. He was playing hypocrisy. When he saw the Jewish believer, he disassociated from the Gentile believer. And when Paul saw Peter's level of hypocrisy, he confronted him before the council in Jerusalem and said to Peter, "Why is it that when you see the brethren from Jerusalem, you start avoiding the brethren from the Gentile? Are you telling us now that there is difference between the Gentiles and the Jewish Christian?" Paul couldn't actually contradict. Peter could not actually defend himself, but rather they softened the word of God to enable them have a safe passage that will enable them deceive me and you. And then they said, according to them, they said that uncircumcision defies you. If you do not wash your hand before you eat food, defies you. And now, if we go on the disciples, precisely Paul and Peter, the pillar of the Christianity, Peter is the one that is chosen as the head of the church. When Jesus said, "Upon this rock I will build my church," he had a mantle. But then Paul was chosen also as apostle to the Gentile, but was more used by God even more than Peter. Let's go this way so you will understand. And so in the presence of these two people, they contradicted the prediction of Jesus. Or they complicated it rather. Because Jesus has earlier taught them that it is what comes from your heart that defies you. But they went on in Jerusalem, in the castle in Jerusalem, to tell them that if you are not circumcised, if you don't wash your hand before you eat food, that they defile you. Now, I wouldn't want us to begin to rally around this scripture, but I want to throw more light so you understand the art of defilement. And then when you see any of them around you, you will be able to understand how they function. Having said that, we go back to the way they defile people. Or rather, let us find out the things that must be defiled. As a Christian, I have been very careful monitoring certain things. And that is the prophecy of Daniel. And then Jesus reaffirmed it. He said, when you see the abomination of dissolution spoken by the prophet Daniel standing in the holy place, those who are still reading the Bible should be very careful, because the church will be defiled. We cannot truly say if the church has been completely defiled at this moment that we are talking. But let us go back to the things that can be defiled. And then I will show you one or two things that will amuse you. Number one thing that can be defiled is, one, woman can be defiled. When you rape a woman, you defile that woman. There is a consequence to the family that rape a woman. That is why Buhari can never have peace, even in his grave, because Buhari raped his wife, Aisha. That is why the Muslims, without any apology, must continue to fight themselves anywhere they see themselves in the world. But these are defilements that until they get rid of it, they cannot solve their problem. In Saudi Arabia, Muslim is fighting Muslim. In America, Muslim is fighting America. In Japan, Muslim is fighting Japan. In India, Muslim is fighting India. In Nigeria, Muslim is fighting Nigeria. In London, Muslim is fighting London. In Malaysia, Muslim is anywhere Muslim go to. Muslim must fight somebody. If there is nobody to fight somebody, they will fight somebody. Why? Because they are raping little children. This is defilement of the woman. And the day you lose your power by sleeping with a woman under menstruation, you defile yourself. Now, let me tell you the truth. If you have made this mistake, ask God to forgive you. Nobody who sleep with another people's wife that die normal, except to repent. These are defilement too. Nobody that will sleep with another man's wife when the man is alive that will die normal. This is how the Bible presented it. He said, can a man put fire in his bosom and not be born? So is he who move on to another man's bosom. He will burn you. You will die miserably. All of you, most of you in the diaspora, we know what you do. Your friend will go and carry cocaine or misbehave. They will lock him in the prison. For you to help his wife, you will be sleeping with his wife while he's in the prison. You think you are a smart guy. You will die for nothing. Poison will kill you. Watch people who sleep with another man's wife. When that man is alive, this is how they die. They die by poisoning. They die by straight bullet. Majority of them die by motor accident. Honestly, I have been poisoned 3 times or 4 times in my life. All because of this Biafra issue. I survive all of them because my hands are clean. And if I have made mistake, I could only go to the Creator, ask for forgiveness and repent. Because the greatest misery that will befall you is to defile yourself. Your pastors don't tell you this thing because they are doing it. Praise the Lord, hallelujah. After service, choir master, yes, evangelist, or Setiana. But these are out of defilement. That is why Fulani herdsmen will kill a pastor and a reverend and walk away with it. This is an act of defilement when it comes to the woman. Do not defile your women. Our women were spiritually strong. Majority of our women that were adopted as slaves, they used to band their mouth. Because when they pray, it happens. And somebody said that they are God's last born. So they used to band their mouth. Go and ask the slave masters. And so what they did was to be raping them. That is why they rape our women, to defy them. When Fulani enter any community, they rape your women and desecrate the land. They defy them. Those people, their prick is supposed to be cut out and burnt off. Let man and women die and let our land remain holy and sacred. These are acts of defilement. But of course, we must continue. Man can be defied. Do you know what defies a man? And I want you to go back to your Bible. Because this is the closest information you have that you will believe blindly. But I want you to understand. And God said the children of Israel should not eat certain fish. Any fish that don't have a scale, don't eat it. Don't eat pig. Then don't eat what again? Catfish and snail and so many of them. But let me tell you, I want you to go back and study your Bible in the Old Testament. Find out all the animals that God said you should not eat. I want you to go and find out, you will see that all these animals are the ones that are being developed genetically. Every animal that God said to Moses, you people, children of Israel, must not eat. They are the only animal that can be developed genetically. We are in trouble, but we don't know. Catfish was one of them because it doesn't have scale. Do you know that you can breed catfish 1 million in a day? But the real fish that have scale, you cannot be developed genetically. Something is wrong somewhere. And each time you eat all these things, you defile yourself. Don't you know there were specific animal that was required from God for offering sacrifice? You don't use goats to offer sacrifice that God will accept. According to the Bible, you use ram. Men defile themselves in many ways. But let's stop there. Objects can be defied. In fact, according to the religion of the Jewish in the Bible, if you wear any cloth with two different material, it's a defilement. There are certain paints you paint with your house. It defiles your house. And when they say something is holy, it's not as if the thing is sinless. It simply means that that thing has been set aside for the service of God. That is holy. It doesn't mean you are righteous. And once any object is dedicated and called holy unto the Lord, it could not be used for any other purpose other than the purpose to serve God. And the moment you use it for another thing, it is defiled. For instance, IPOB have a laid down rule. Number one, we say it's on Onyeibe 1 year baloso. The day we betray that, we defile ourselves by ourselves. We say we are whiter than white. Any day you are turning from whiter than white, you are defiling yourself first of all before this holy platform. But God will not allow you people. That's the way you say, we are whiter than white. Make sure you are living by those things. You will defile yourself first of all. But of course, there will be always men and good women who will make sure your defilement will end with you. And that is why I say one day people will understand the implication behind the words of Mazi. He said, I will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And then we look at our land. Our land can be defiled, like I said. I want those of you to look at the people who handle the contract of digging gutter or anything digging in Biafra land. I want you to watch out their Fulani people. Do you know what they are burying in our land? Did you know that the symbol of the Biafra nation is buried somewhere in Plateau State or Kano State, if I'm not mistaken? But don't worry. They defile land. If Chukwu Kikabiama has not sanctified our land, we are gone as a people. They defile sea. In those days, there are many rivers in my place. They have rules and law. I wonder if they exist any longer. Because our river have been desecrated, our land have been defiled, our forests have been desecrated, everything about us. The moment you break any of this door, spiritually, our house is left vulnerable. The enemy will come in and they will overrun us. But believe me, that will not happen. Because Chukwu Kikabiama will not allow that to happen. I will be back in a minute. Of course, we must continue from there. Out of defilement. We must not allow these people to come and defile our land. They know what they are doing. You may not see the implication. Everything they are doing, every junction in Biafra land, you will see Fulani Awosa positioning their wheelbarrow. You think they are selling market? But of course, we must make our land clean first of all. You are Biafran anywhere you are in the world. You are yet to join IPOB. Send your name, your phone number, and your location to our WhatsApp line. You are a musician as a Biafran. You have sung song. You are a producer. Send your name, your location, and your WhatsApp line to our WhatsApp line here on Radio Biafra Isra. Because the journey has already begun. And that WhatsApp line is open at this moment. It is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. And anybody calling that WhatsApp line on video, you are calling me on video. If I talk to you, you will have typhoid fever. But don't be that stupid to be calling this line on video. Because you try it again, I will pick it and I will tell you how stupid you can be. Don't try that nonsense. Our WhatsApp line once again is 070-815-45642. Special number for the female is 081-288-58614. 081-288-58614. Special number, or rather that is the special number for the female. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971. Caller on the line. Can you hear me? Yes, good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from? Your name and where are you calling from? Yes, a caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, I am John Onyeibe from Bise.
Go ahead, please, my brother.
Yes, I've been hearing of this our struggle. You're preaching all the time. May Chukwu Biafra bless you, bless your family, bless Uche Meko, bless Nande Kalu, bless all of you, all IPOB strong members. May God bless you.
Thank you very much, and God be with you. Our people must understand. Don't let them defile you. If they can't defile us, they can't conquer us. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line. If you can hear me, stop listening to your radio. Yes, sir. Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Hello.
Caller on WhatsApp.
I'm just on by name.
Go ahead, please.
I want to join IPOB.
Then send me your name, your phone number, and your location on this WhatsApp. I will pick it up from there. Thank you.
Okay, I'll do it now. Thank you.
We must continue. Are you there? Caller on the line.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
Mazi Onyeibe. May Chukwu Biafra bless you. My brother, Onyeibe Mono. Onyeibe Mono. Onyeibe pụrụ ime ụlọ. Onweihe mmadụ efu pụrụ ime ụlọ. Onye ọbụla dị na ihe unu na-eme na ọ dị izi ya pụta mee ka anyị hụ. Onye ọbụla dị na ihe Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-eme na ọ dị izi onye ọpụta mee ka anyị hụ. Maazị George Onyeibe, Maazị Uche Mefo, our spring leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, anybody at all feeling na ya ga-emewe ihe mere onye ọpụta mee ka anyị hụ. Onweghị any other leader anyị nwere here na ahụhụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Anybody at all as far as to na iwu onye Igbo, iwu onye Biafra, iwu onye Cross River, anywhere at all you there, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu is your leader, whether you like it or not. Onye ụlọ tọrọ gị nwụrụ, whether me in America, me in London, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu is your leader, whether you like it or not. It's only now I see a put a man home and anyhow. Maazị George Onyeibe, make una go ahead. No retreat, no surrender. We are standing here. Tell the idea. Let's do what we are our cry. We don't suffer here. We don't suffer for this country. We don't suffer. We don't suffer. Onye ụlọ mmanya ụlọ ma ọ ga-eme ka Biafra dị onye ọwụ mee ugbu a onye mmadụ echi onye ụlọ mmanya ihe ọwụla ime ị ga-eme sabotu a mee sabotu a ka Biafra bịa. Weda m iwu gọvanọ, weda m iwu sinetọ, nọdụ dị eme sabotu a. Nọdụ dị eme sabotu a, ma iwu sinetọ, dị na sinetọ gị dị eme, ma iwu polisi, ma iwu onye amị. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Ask yourself a question. Why will Fulani herdsmen attack our grandmother in the farm as old as they are and still rape them? They are defiling them. Ask yourself, why is Yoruba pastor asking you to bring sand and to bring water from your community and you are taking it for them? What are they doing it with? Biafrans, wake up. Are you there? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp.
Hello, sir.
Good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm here. My name is Emeka Ndizoba. I'm calling from Jos.
Go ahead, please, my brother. I will advise you to stop listening to your radio or I will cut you off. Because the delay you are seeing there is as a result of you listening to your radio. You want to hear yourself. It doesn't work that way anyway. But we must continue. When you call, focus on your phone. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Sundoka calling from native horse under the
Go ahead, please.
Well, I want to thank you for good work you are doing for us. But we are missing your message here in Newport for our issue of our station.
I understand and believe me.
We don't have online. I'm not there online. You need to hear the information. This we are just every day. I just leave my radio on 24 hours.
Yes, don't worry. They are working on it.
Oh, God, I beg. God, give our engineer so that it will be restored very soon.
Of course.
For now, we have plans here in water now because we don't know what is going on.
I understand.
I'm praying
Thank you very much. It shall be restored soon, I can tell you that. Are you there, caller on the line?
Hello. Hello, Mazi Onyeibe.
Good evening, go ahead. Good evening.
Ambu Ujuada Ogen Uju and Northern. Amacharo with Akokwa, Idato North, on the province, Imo State, Biafra land. Mazi Onyeibe. I am make a lady in Kuku na Ozibote on teaching, we a teacher and no Dabalia. Manere Osara assignment. This assignment, we are the woman in this Biafra land. Almost of us, almost of the women of Biafra land, our staff landis are using them. Even some of our women go to their place because of money.
I don't want to even go there because I will be too raw if I go there. Every morning, our people queue up there. We are not talking about the one that went to Segare in Kano and Kaduna. As I'm talking now, they are bringing that market to our doorstep. Go ahead, let me not go there.
So they are going there. If you ask them, or if you what are you doing? I want to collect. We collect what kind of money you excuse yourself to this your house of money. So the thing, if you think they pay me, this teaching you are bringing, not only that one. You can see in the Bible that is it.
Of course, that is how they behave. The zoo people. The truth hurts them. They continue hearing it. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp? Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on the line, are you there? Caller on the line. Of course, we must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on WhatsApp.
Mazi George ONYIBE, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Chukwu Kikabioma bless our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our deputy Uche Mefo and our African rep Mazi George ONYIBE and the other principal of IPOB servants that are serving us with honesty and faith that our kingdom Biafra must restore. We bless Chukwu Kikabioma for selecting the 12 disciples that are very honestly to lead us to the promised land. May he keep them alive to see the promised land. In Chukwu Kikabiama's name we pray. He said, Mazi George ONYIBE, I have sent you my name and my information. I'm living. My name is actually Kepol Odo. I'm from Obiango, Ngo Okpala, Imo State in Biafra land. But I live in zone called Lagos, part of zone Nigeria. I have sent you my information regarding my request that I want to join IPOB, the wonderful family. And I don't know the area I'm staying in. I'm living in Lagos. I have searched so many. I have asked. There's no place they are doing the meeting.
There are so many IPOB family in Lagos. Resend me your data. I will still pick it up.
Okay, sir. I have resent it already. I live in Ikotu, in Alimosho area. I have resent it.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. We must continue. We have one target, and that is to ensure that Biafra is restored. Nothing more, no less. Are you there, caller on the line?
Yes, I'm always here now.
Yes, award-winning man. Go ahead, please.
Ndukokoro from Ibere in the local government. The award-winning Ndukokoro. Thank you for picking my call. Okay. You see, your topic, back to roots, back to your roots. I want to beg you. I know all these your teachings since last year are being recorded to be compiled in a book form. This particular topic of back to your roots, please, I want you to make it a separate book of itself with so many volumes. You see, because this teaching is extraordinary. Among all your teachings, this back to your roots has been so exceptional. Please, I will request that when the books are being compiled, this particular back to your roots will be a book of itself with so many volumes, volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, even to volume 10, because it's inexhaustible, this back to your roots something. So that's what I want to say. Then I want to comment on what you said yesterday. In the same back to your roots, you said something about your own mother, who told you in 1956 there was what the white man today called eclipse. It is your mother told you God has backed away from us. That is what you told us. The same story I was told by my grandmother when I grew up around 1960 something or something like that, or early 70s. But this thing happened in 1956 or 1957. My grandmother told me, by then he said my own mother was very young. She took her to the farm. Everybody was in the farm. All of a sudden, the weather started changing. They thought the rain was about to fall. And all of a sudden, it was a total darkness, what they never witnessed before. And they concluded that Chukwu Abiyama, that was what she called that. She said Chukwu Abiyama is angry with the world. That is a sign that Chukwu Abiyama is angry with the world. They are going to consult the oracle to appease Chukwu Abiyama, that such a thing will not happen again. And she told me that the chief priest of those days told them that this thing will never happen again, even in their grandchildren's time. They will not witness it again. That is our own time. We will not witness such a thing. And I think that such a thing has never happened even during our own time. To see that what a white man called total eclipse, it never happened again. The white man called it eclipse, but our own people believe that he has offended Chukwu Abiyama, and he showed us the sign of his anger. That was why he did that. So I really believe, look at your mother in Abo and my own grandmother in Ibere, having a single belief that that's what the white man called eclipse is actually the wrath of God on us because we offended him. And now this white or Yoruba pastors will come to deceive us. So please, expatiate on this particular thing, this thing that the white man called eclipse, because it's a very heavy something you taught us. We never knew all these things. I don't know how God singled you out to be giving us this type of lecture. That is no person has ever had this type of lecture in the whole wide world. You are the only person bringing this type of lecture. Mazi Onyeibe, the Spirit of God is in you. That's what I will only say. Thank you, sir. You have brought Antu Kokoro from Ibere.
Thank you. The award-winning man. We must continue. Yes, are you there? Call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there? Of course, as always, we must continue. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Hello. Good evening, Mazi. Onyeibe.
Good evening. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. My name is Eze Francis Njoko. I'm from maybe Amozu in Imo State, in precisely in Abombise local government area of Imo State, Biafra land. But I'm calling from Osisoma in Aba, Biafra land. There is something I want to clear here. There is a point you made where a Yoruba man had to call an Igbo man after sending a recharge card to him, asking him to send it back to him. So I want to clear that same thing really happened to my friend. He was with me and his wife when the credit came. We all confirmed it. It was 3,000 naira recharge card. And later the man called that he's a so-so man from Osun State. That he's thanking him, that he's a good man. Later this man asked him to bring money. Later, this man asked him, am I coming out clear, sir?
Go ahead, please.
This man asked him to bring money. Okay. This man asked him to bring money, 5,000 for him to buy pigeon and some other things to work for him. Then work charm for him, because after asking him the kind of work he does, and he told me he's a builder that is going to do charm for him, that people will be calling him for work, So this my brother and my friend told him that he's not interested. After he told his wife what the man said, his wife shouted to, no, this man is evil, so you shouldn't go. So since that time, I don't know if the man is still calling him. He calls him every day, every blessed day. So we went to the man's place in Abia State here, Ohabiam, precisely, to build a house for his brother. So on our way back to Mbise, in my place, there is a store we entered. Same thing happened to one of our brothers too. Same thing, was complaining that somebody sent him money through recharge card, worth 3,000, and the person has been calling him, asking him the kind of job he's doing for him to do, work charm for him. Same thing. So we looked at each other and said, you see, these people they are up to something else. So I want to clear it so that our brothers will know the kind of trouble we are into, and know how to dodge them. Thank you very much. God will bless you for your good works. I've been listening to you all through.
Thank you.
You are doing a good job, and you are really bringing us back together. God will bless you.
We must continue. Our people must understand. Yes, caller on the line, your name and where you call from. Caller on the line.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here.
Yeah, good evening, Judge Onyeibe.
Good evening, Mazi. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my brother, God will bless you. I took you and the director as my star. Even though I'm 50-something years or 57, 58, I took you as my father because he teach me a lot of things. He made me to know a lot of things I didn't know in my life before. May God bless you and bless your family. Like this thing you are saying now, this thing touched me a lot about somebody to use another person's wife. this is what church brings for us in this country. All these called men of God, this is their job. Do you know that I wanted to protect myself so nobody can give me a poison or something of the nature? I went to a particular shrine in Ohafia somewhere. Do you know that they give me a condition, say that I will not meet a married woman again in my life? If I'm accepted, I can come initiate myself. But if I cannot do it, I should go. Look at it. They took this kind of, they say that all these things are evil. That's what people are saying, that if you do that, it's an evil. But they are giving me a condition, say that I should not use any married woman in my life again. If I want to do that kind of a thing. Because I want to protect myself, so he cannot kill me with poison or kill me with another thing. But I cannot do another person evil. That's what they told me. After I go that day, I come back again. I said that I'm okay, I can do it. Since that day till now, I cannot try it again. It is getting to 2 to 3 years now. So, my brother, may God bless you. You are teaching people a lot in this world. Like yesterday, one man, is a man came to me. I saw the man, his leg just swallowed like this. I said, what happened to your leg? He said that he don't know. That he went somewhere. They saying that he's or two or something of nature. Laugh. I called the man and said, come, let's go to backyard. When we entered the backyard, I said, nah, bring this leaf. That leaf is just a common something. I said, bring it, pour your speed in that place. That on top of that leaf. The boy poured his speed on top of that leaf. I said, place it on that your leg. That particular place where the mat of that thing there. The boy place it there. I said, don't remove it. Mark this leaf here. Obokaya. The name of that leaf is Obokaya. Obokaya. That is Igbo name. Obokaya. Just carry the virgin side on top of it. The virgin side. The virgin side, not the ordinary, just the virgin side. I tell the boy, place it in that your leg. The boy places it. I say, go. Do you know that after the flood, this for me? Say that Ogalio, where are you there? I say, I did. He said that he's coming. I say, come. Do you know that thing that boy put there, dry that leg finer? That leg, like that leaf, just dry that leg finer. So it's a common something. Some people, they say that they kill somebody. It's just a minor something. But people are just taking all these things very, very common. Say that evil, 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 evil. Let them die now because it's an evil. Let them go to church and die. Because all these churches have caused a lot of things. Because, for example, now let me tell you something. I'm a weather by professional. I'm the one who built Winners Chapel in Owerri. I'm the one who built Winners Chapel in Abahia. In those days, their altar is always in the center. If I say any bad thing about this church, let God Almighty start my family and me. But if I say the truth, let God allow me to live on earth. Do you know that their altar is almost at the center of the church? One afternoon like this, we are just building that church with my workers. One man, the man will wear something like chieftaincy dress, pure white, trouser white, shoe white, cap white, walking stick white. The man, they are pure white, can reach near him breast like this, very long. They went that their altar. They are many went there at the altar, so that place. I don't know what they are doing there. I don't know. I just focus my job. Do you know that after these people see that thing they are doing there, just get out like this? That their place they used to put Bible on top of that thing. They use glass and cover it. Do you know that a snake enter inside that place and stay? A snake enter inside that glass something where they seal and stay. Now me just call the man. I didn't call any person. Okay, see snake inside this thing. Then I come back to another place again. Carry their Bible. I command in the name of Jesus. I command in the name of Jesus. I command in the name of Jesus. out of annoyance, I just get out from that place. After I get out from that place, anything will happen to that place, I don't know again. That is the way I see my this. I didn't know anything. After some months, I saw the Charlie, the person who introduced me for that church. I'm not a member of their church. I'm just an ordinary weather. Who introduced me for that job I'm doing? I said, Charlie, see what these people are doing there. They said that I should get out. Did I come there to work? Did I come there to check what they are doing? I said, wow. You see what is happening in this world? So, if you want to rescue yourself, you rescue. If you don't want to rescue, you die there. Say that you are going to church. It concerns you. My brother, God will bless you because all this teaching you are teaching, I don't know how your sense, my brother. I can't imagine how much sense you have. Whether is it all the same sense we have. My brother, thank you, my brother. May God bless you.
Thank you very much. We must continue. The truth is clearing and it's evidence before all of us. Are you still there, caller on WhatsApp?
Yes.
Thank you for holding
Mazi.
on. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mazi Onyeibe. It's been long I've called this station, though it's time factor. I'm just coming back from a night vigil and I was able to tune the radio. You are just preaching the same thing, the same sermon that was shared on the pulpit this very night, because we are able right now to step over to the next month of December. So, my comrade, this very topic you raised this night, defilement. I love this topic very much. It's not your word, but the word of Chukwukika Biama. I believe that if anyone that have been hearing this very word before, without a kind of restituting back, a kind of returning back and run away from a married woman, that very person's death is very imminent. Do you know that many things we are suffering in our land is as a result of sleeping with your friend's wife, sleeping with your father's wife, sleeping with your sister, your niece? Many of us are very much guilty of this. Why are we complaining that after university we go out, we don't look, we cannot be accepted to work anywhere? Why are we complaining that business is not moving? Why are we complaining that nobody's getting married? Why are we complaining that things are not moving normal? We have to check ourselves and find out where we have defiled. If you are sleeping with another man's wife, I am saying it verbatim here and now, so that the book of Ezekiel 3:17 will not hold me responsible, just like as Mazi Onyeibe has said it. If you are sleeping with another man's life, desist from it from today. No matter how beautiful that woman looks, no matter how financial supportive the woman could be to you, that is the easiest way to your graveyard. That is the reason why you are not making any headway. That is the reason why nobody is helping you. That is the reason. If somebody calls you for contract, the next day they change their mind. You continue to blame your father, blame your forefathers, first of all, blame yourself. Stop sleeping with another man's wife. And those of the married women, social media has made it very easy. How many Yoruba women have you been seeing on social media? Very few of them, none of them. And those of them you see, they respect themselves. How many Hausa women do you see on social media? But our women, they don't know how glorious. Our women don't know how vicious they are. That is why Yorubas, if they don't marry an Igbo woman, because they know our words, they will not rest. That is why our Hausa men are striving to sleep with a woman, but our women, do they respect themselves? Do they stay one place? Do they respect themselves? No wonder olden days, there are so many things I don't want to go towards the very directions. But we have what they call do's and don'ts. We have rules and regulations. We have our people live long
basically based on the rule of law, believing the law of God. Bible says you should not covet anybody's property. Talk more of his wife, his children, or his land. Are you guilty of this today? Desist. Do what they call restitution. Some of you, they send you to do some job because the husband is in abroad. The only way to pay the man back is to sleep with his wife. And if the man could not pay you, or the money you're packing with, you continue to yap. You are the cost of what you are receiving. No wonder a lot of youths are dying. Do you know it is a taboo for a son to die in his father's presence? Bible says that nothing shall by enemies cast
in my place. If you die when your father is alive, they don't keep you. They will just carry you inside the bush. You don't have to die when your parents is alive. In my place, you don't die when your parents are alive. It's evil. You don't sleep in the house. That day, before they even say, okay, they just go and look for one piece of land and drop him there.
But these days, it's not like that. A woman will make herself available to a married man, and yet tomorrow you say that husband is not coming, and you are sleeping with another man's husband. While you are still praying, God, give me husband, give me husband. Why are you sleeping with those people you call them sugar daddy? Because if you want to lie, we use English to cover things up. That is most of us in pastoral ethics. We use English to cover some lies up, to frustrate those gullible ones, as in a layman's understanding. We frustrate, they tell you this is sugar daddy, is just my friend. What kind of demonic, symptomatic, idiotic ways? Let us restitute and come back to what is our origin? Obeying the 10 commandments of God. If you are taking another man's land, or God leave that land, you know that the land does not belong to you. If you are cheating your wife, go back and stay with your wife, because what you are looking in Sokoto is in your Sokoto. It is an abomination for a married man to open his trouser, talk more of removing his boxer, to a young girl that you know your daughter age is the same limit, and the lady will be holding your head to touch your head and call you baby. Do you know that your head is the center of your genealogy? That is why most of us, we go to Bible Salon, you don't even know the reason why many causes are following you. Not everybody has the right to touch your head, but you carry your lady from nowhere, a lady of 16 years, and you are 60 years, 70 years, 45 years. So she'll be touching your head, calling you daddy, calling you mommy. No wonder poverty is everywhere. Women are making it more than men these days. Why? Because they sleep around. They don't know the right. Anyway, I don't want to go much further, but all I'm saying this night is thank you very much, and God bless you over this very issue. People should do the needful. Don't blame anybody, but blame yourself. Most especially those drivers, most especially the market women, most especially those of them that call themselves Christian mother. Stop sleeping with a man that is not your husband. As much as you are doing it, you are blocking your daughter's marriage. You are blocking your son's destiny. You are blocking your family's progress. Because Bible said that the man that findeth the wife findeth the good thing and obtaineth favor. Why is it that your marriage is not favorable? Because you have defiled your marriage. Bible said you should leave your bed undefiled. How many of us have been sleeping with another man on your husband's matrimonial bed? How many of you have been sleeping with another woman on your wife's matrimonial bed? And yet tomorrow you say that your children are wayward, that they're not behaving like you. Why would they behave like you? You lay down a course, you open it away. Thank you very much. Let me just stop here. Thank you.
All right. We will be drawing the curtain at this moment. And of course, in no time, we will be back. But understand the art of defilement. The art of defilement. They come and they defile you. They make you spiritually dirty. And the moment you do that, you are spiritually dirty. Spiritually, you stink. Nobody will come to you. God don't dwell in dirty place. Are you there? Call on WhatsApp.
Mazi, Onyeibe, good evening.
Good evening. Go ahead, please, and try and be brief.
Okay, my name's Mazi Akota. I'm here. My Mwabweze Akota is from Amandoba in Isu LGA, Biafra land. About what we have been saying about defilement. What you have just said is truth. Defilement is one of the worst things that can bring a man, even if a generation, down. I know that what you're saying is truth. I got the experience from my father, my late father. My father's name is Chief Ajas from Aba. So, my father married more than 12 wives. And there is one instruction he laid down the whole family. He called everybody one fateful day and instruct one, and just make it as a serious warning that if you are his son and you want to live long and prosper in life, avoid sleeping with another man's wife. At the same time, none of his wife will sleep with any man. That any man that sleep with his wife, if he found out, that man is in trouble, and that his wife, he must send her packing. So we continue like this. I come and want to ask his father, why are you saying that a man cannot? Say that one man that have a wife, that is your own matrimonial home and matrimonial wife, that you don't have to share another man's wife with you because he's very, very evil. He wants this, that he himself have a 12 wife, and nobody will sleep with his wife, and he don't want to sleep with anybody's wife because he's an evil. It's an evil. So what I'm saying over this issue is that men today, even if in Abahi area, many boys call themselves big boys. This is what they are doing. Sleeping with a sugar mommy, sugar daddy. You see them roaming around. This is what they are doing. But at the end, they are just digging their grave. At the end, you will see them suffering from this to another 10. And they are start complaining. Somebody is there. This person is in the village, witching them. And again, about what is discussed about the Yoruba man that sent card. I'm telling you, sincerely, the same thing happens to me. There's one company I'm working their tarpaulin at Aba here. I'm putting a button in that tarpaulin. One day, one afternoon, I saw a message on my phone. Then I opened the message. It was a credit. So I said, I never asked for any credit. I called the line by myself. And behold, it was a Yoruba man. He said, I said, who is this? He said, his name is Baba from Osun State. That he said, Baba, that he sent this credit to his son that is in Owerri. And he wants the son to come back because they're having a festival. I said, but he sent it to my phone now. He said, okay, don't use it, send it back. I send the credit back to the man. So after some minutes, the man called me back. And that he have checked it, the credit, he said, I did not use it, that I'm a good person. He thanked me so much. May God bless me. I said, okay, no problem. After some time, the man later called me again and started telling me that in his Baba, in few days' time, he's going to his shrine, that he would like me to do one or two things. I asked him, what kind of thing you want me to do? That he would like me to send small money so that he will do prayer for me. And the people are envy. People are envy about me. And there is one particular shirt that I used to wear. Anytime I wear that shirt, I say, what is the color of the shirt? He said, something green, move. It was a kind of a combination color. I told him the truth. I don't have any color of green because since Nigeria, I started seeing Nigeria, I don't like anything green. So the man's telling me to send some. I said, Baba, I don't have any money. He said, okay, I have to go and take some money to give the beggars. I said, okay, I will do that. Then I give some money to beggars. After some time, the man called me. He keep on disturbing me to that. I call him, Baba, from this moment, if you need any other thing,
look for people to call. Don't ever call me about this. From sending card, you are asking me to give you money to do something for me. So I don't need it. So what you are just saying is the truth. I don't know what they are gaining from. Maybe are they fraudulent people or just I don't understand.
Defilement. They're looking for point of contact. Thank you very much. We must continue. Like I said, I try not to go too deep because most of our people will not be able to handle the truth. But we continue saying the truth irrespective of whose fault is God. We shall continue in previous or subsequent edition on this topic, spiritual aspect of our ancestors that have been neglected. We must go back to our root. I will be signing off temporarily and I will be back in no time. Do not go anywhere.
Talk about a man who loves Biafra. I wanna talk about a man who is a hero. I wanna talk about a man who has Biafra at heart. Nnamdi Kanu, I can see you, you are a godsend. Nnamdi Kanu, you are a hero to our world. You made a footstep, you are a great man. You did a great work, you made a full speech, you are a great man. Oh, double keep Nnamdi Kanu, you are the one. You read history like a man. Nnamdi Kanu, you are the one. You broke history like a man. Nnamdi Kanu, you are the one we are talking about. You are the hero of our life. You made us to understand the history of the world. You made us to understand. You are leader. To know you, you are a strong man. I want to know you, you are a strong man. One man's sport over all, one man's sport all over the world. Biafra man, the lion who is in the Zion. Nnamdi Kanu, you are the one. When I hear your voice, it makes me stronger. When I hear your voice, I see the enemies trembling. When I hear your voice, I see the Biafran stronger. The people in the Zion, everybody raise your hands for the hero. Nnamdi Kanu, you are a God sent to a land. You set the trap, the two for inside. Set a trap, you had emotion, you raise your voice, yeah, you say it so strong. Hey, when you speak out loud, the outside is confused, the Yoruba man is confused, the Zulu is in confusion. You are a true Biafran fan. When I look at you, I see other people with you. Nnamdi Kanu, I see the spirit of Biafra in you. Cause you make us stronger. and fickle, they are destroyed. I can see the Hausa man cannot stand again. I can see the Yoruba man, he cannot stand again. He separated the seed from the chaff. Nnamdi Kanu, you are the one. IPOB, they salute you. We salute the hero. We salute the hero. Biafra around the world. It is time for our freedom. I said this is our season. This is our time. Freedom, freedom, freedom to Biafra. Freedom, freedom, there is no more going back. We are here to sing. No more challenge, no more debate. With facts and figure, they are destroyed. I can see the Hausa man cannot stand again. I can see the Yoruba man, he cannot stand again. He separated the seed from the chaff. Nnamdi Kanu, you are the one. IPOB, they salute you. We salute the hero. We salute the hero. Biafra around the world. It is time for our freedom. I said this is our season. This is our time. Freedom, freedom, freedom to Biafra. Freedom, freedom, freedom,
Biafrans. We love Biafra. I say we are Biafrans. We love Biafra. We are Biafrans. We love Biafra. Where we show the whole world how much we love Biafra, our beloved father's land. We love and cherish. We will show the whole world how much we love Biafra, our beloved father's land. We love and cherish. Biafra's story is the most touching and painful story in the world. Oh. Biafrans have been killing every day and night, but nobody is talking. Everywhere silent. We should be ashamed of ourselves. Hey, we said we are Christians, but we do nothing to help the Biafrans. When they are killing Biafrans, we've done nothing to help them. Whether you help or not, we Biafran, we stand and protect our land, because we love Biafra. We will die for Biafra. Oh, we are Biafrans. We are Biafrans. We love Biafra. We love Biafra. Our father's land. Yeah. We love and cherish. We love and cherish. We are Biafra. We are Biafra. We love Biafra. We love Biafra. Our father's land. We love and cherish. We love and cherish. I am a Biafran. I respect people. I'm not afraid of them. And I want to use this little opportunity to address those that say that they want to know where I come from. I, Prof. Alison Akoma, I come from town called Nenu in Obingwa, Abia State, and my mother come from Akwa Ibom. I'm a man that believe what my father used to say. Mberede nyini dike, mberede keji amadike, mberede nyini onye si na ya bụ eze, mberede kejikwa na ameze. I so much believe in that word my father always used to say. We are Biafrans. We are Biafrans. We love Biafra. We love Biafra. Our father's land. Yeah. We love and cherish. We love and cherish. We are Biafra. We are Biafra. We love Biafra. We love Biafra. Our father's land. Yeah. We love and cherish. We love and cherish.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people, wherever you are, all over the world. I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi, Uche Ukafomefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He's the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And of course, he's standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Prince of Afari Ibeku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom. Ibeku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. And for the avoidance of doubt, I remain Judge Onyeibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. Once again, as always, we acknowledge the Creator, Chukwu Kika Biama, and in my humble way, I will say, anyị na-aja gị mma o maka n'eziokwu n'ịmara mma ịhụnanya anyị na-agị obiọma gị o juru anya dadi o inwe gị mgbanwe o ọ dị onye dị ka gị ịbụ Alpha na Omega anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mma o. Our topic this evening is the colonial taskmasters in the corridor of power. The colonial taskmasters in the corridor of power. Africa has suffered greatly because of imposed leaders. I can assure you that more than 90% of those who govern Africa are imposed colonial terrorist tax collectors. Honestly, it doesn't matter who you are as an African who are planning and collaborating with Nigerians to undermine the position of sovereign state of Biafra. All of you will be brought to book at the right time. It is clear that our people was molested in Liberia today, and I think George Weah should know better among older people. Not only more than 35% of the Liberian people being immigrants that were dumped there, but George Weah, the president of Liberia, understand the fraudulent nature of Nigeria before now. But I understand the people who control those jurisdictions were not actually available. And at the end of the day, those who are working for Nigeria actually pull the uniform belonging to IPOB member in Liberia. We are taking record of all of you. But the best thing we can do for ourselves is to respect ourselves. And so, having said that, returning back to our topic, which is simply the colonial taskmaster in the corridor of power. They are everywhere. And those of you on Facebook, those people fighting a Nigerian lawmaker, they are in the hollow chamber. So many videos like that. That is what they do. Share the money. Kill and divide. That is what they do. These are the colonial taskmasters in the corridor of power. It is very important that we begin to review the contribution of our leaders, if we will use that word, in the zoo called Nigeria, supposedly. As this could save, or rather serve as a guide to our destination in the future. We must review the supposedly leaders of Nigeria. If we are able to do this sincerely, it is going to save the next generation. It will help them to head to the right direction. You know, when I woke up this morning and I tuned to Nigerian television, and somewhere in Rivers State, somebody is saying that the reason why schools in Nigeria, there are no chairs, there are no laboratories. Most schools in Nigeria, most especially in Biafra land, for almost 2 years, they don't have teacher. In fact, there is a video I will bring up later on. You see children learning computer with block and desk. Most of the school in Biafra land, you have desk. The only good school are the one pioneered by Yoruba churches and governor's wife, ex-governor's wife, and ex-president's wife. That the problem, why is it that in the school, most schools don't have toilets? It is because the head teachers refuse to clear the bush in the school premises. Unbelievable. And you know, the Yoruba who actually opened their radio and they were saying, how do you see it? And Nigerians for who they are will call and say, but is it because they didn't clear the school compound? That is why there is no toilet in this school? That is why there is no roof, leaking roof? Is it that is why some schools are swamp? But these are the colonial tax collectors. That is what they all are. And the earlier we review what they are doing to us, the better for all of us. We have had a lot of idiots, I call them, in Nigeria. They rule Nigeria. This idiot, as I talk to you, they pretend to be working for your own good. But in the end, their ultimate mission or goal is to completely emasculate you in every way imaginable or possible. For instance, let us review this aspect. The youngest civilian president that have ever ruled Nigeria as a zoo is Goodluck Ebere Jonathan. He was 53 years old. The youngest civilian president that have ruled Nigeria is Goodluck Ebere Jonathan, and he was 53 years old. Mark my word. I didn't say the youngest president that have ruled Nigeria. No, civilian. The first civilian president that ruled Nigeria was Alhaji Shehu Shagari. He was older than my grandfather. But Goodluck being there was not the making of people, but there was a divine interference. Yaradua, one of the British colonial taskmaster here in Biafra land, elder brother died and he has to take his own tenure. And he still died in office. Even Buhari had died in office. But let's not digress any further. And now, having considered Goodluck, the next youngest president is Sheniko. And Sheniko is 57 years old when he became the president of Nigeria. 5 years older than Goodluck Ebere Jonathan. But the reason I'm saying this is you go back to the first people governor of the state, governor general or head, as they call them. These were the children trained by British government to rule Nigeria as a case study. The youngest president that have ever ruled Nigeria or head of state is Yakubu Gowon. And Yakubu Gowon was 31 years. And I want you to ask yourself, as in Nigeria now, 31 years, do you think you can ever be a governor? I want you to be sincere. Do you think you can ever be a president? 31 years old Nigerians are still wearing pampers. Some of them still have feeding bottle. Because these colonial taskmasters has actually changed the generation. They have shifted their morale, their mindset. They have changed everything about you. But I want you to consider certain things and understand that as in Nigeria, whether you are Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, Niger Delta, Upland, River, and Bottom, anything you choose to call yourself, if you have found yourself in this zoo, in this cage called Nigeria, you must understand that no governor, no president, nobody mean you well. Only few individuals will reap the dividend of Nigeria. Now, when the colonial masters were here in Africa, particularly in Nigeria, the people they choose to work with were the youth. Nnamdi Azikiwe was 6 years old when British High Commissioner Theresa May family saw him a worthy servant to use. They programmed them. They served for a very long time. Ahmadu Bello was 3 years when British government made him your founding father. Then Awolowo was 6 months. These are the people who work with Britain. But the point is that why have Britain and colonial masters like France and other people who are stealing our resources want old men to continue ruling us? Almost every country in Africa. The youngest president should be Jubri. And I can tell you he's over. How do we go there? Some of them are old. They were president before I was born. And they are still president today, as old as I am. The question is, why? What did these old men do? How could these old men intimidate the youth today? That no youth can come up and speak. When I mean youth, I'm talking about children between 20 and 30. Where are you? But you can't. Because the terrorist taskmasters are still there. They are not in the stage. They are behind the curtain. But these are the things you must understand. That these people, as far as they are concerned, they have one agenda. And that agenda is to continually impoverish you. You can never have a say. And we shall be considering most of their attitude. Most of the way they operate. And maybe after these brokers, you'll be able to know whether you appreciate them or you will get ready to stone them. Because if we don't stone people like El-Rufai, Kwankwaso, governors in Biafra land will do the all of them, no Yoruba will be free. No Hausa Fulani will be free. Neither will Biafra. But of course, Peking will say Mama no go sleep, he no go sleep. But these are the truth they don't want you to hear. And they call it hate speech. Number one, like I said, having said about the youngest president, ask yourself, why we British choose to work with young boys? And when they left, they bring in old men to be ruling their zoo called Nigeria. Ask yourself that question. There is a man I know, I don't want to mention his name because of this little respect I have for him. There is no single year this man does not go to National Assembly. Since 1999 to today. He will still come out next year, they will vote for him. And do you know that his election poster he used about 12 years ago is what he's still using till today? I don't want to mention his name. The man is so old that he cannot climb his duplex again. He now lives in the security house, visitor's house downstairs, that duplex. But he's still the senator of his constituency. But like I said, I don't want to mention his name. But he should know he's the one I'm talking by now. But these are the people Britain love to work with. FBI should go and check the president of Nigeria and America. It will shock all of you. He was born the same time with Abraham Lincoln. Nigerian ambassador to America was born the same year with Abraham Lincoln. He used walking stick now. To fiakwa. But they know all these things. FBI should ask Nigeria. Does it mean Nigeria do not have youth that can manage this country? Why sending this old stick to rule us? But is old age is crime? No. We all pray to be old. But may we not be stupid like the old idiots ruling Nigeria. Before, old age and gray hair used to be a mark of honor. But in Nigeria, it is the sign of idiot. Obasanjo used to quarry Buhari. All of a sudden, he's a friend with Jubri. But of course, we understand. And I will want you to begin to calculate most of the African leaders, most especially Nigeria in particular, who work under the colonial terrorists. You will see that these people, these leaders supposedly, the colonial master choose young people to work with them, and they choose old people to work for us. The truth cannot be overemphasized. The older they are, the more useless they are. And they spend most of their time sleeping. Now let me tell you, the more you grow old, the more your life change. You spend more time sleeping. That is why there are so many pictures of senators and lawmakers of Nigeria, all of them sleeping. You can't invite them in any occasion. Just ignore them in 30 seconds. They've gone to sleep. Because they are all old men. But they are good for servicing British company called Nigeria. And so they must remain there. You will see them, they will sit down. It is they want to call a conference. They want to make law. Before they finish yapping for someone to say, if you agree, say no or nay. Watch all of them, they have gone to sleep. Because old men spend more time sleeping. That is what you have. And so it's easy for British government to put old people to rule Africa. Why won't Africa be sleeping? A man once said, what will they do? They are going closer to their grave. And so they are dragging African to the grave. But it is left for African youth to allow it continue that way or to change the way things are. Look at the president of Russia, Putin. He's Joe Biden. The guy, they wear canvas everywhere. Look at China. Look at Japan. Look at Donald Trump. Their own age, old age, have gator. Not Ochinama old age. Most people do not know that late Buhari is 2 times older than Donald Trump. Forget about Donald Trump head. But of course, Britain want old men who will sleep in office and travel in private jet, sleeping around the world. That is what they want. They are not here to develop our land. It is important we move ahead and look into some of the achievement. All these people who are ruling you, Nigeria, go and check the achievement. What are the achievements of Nigerian senators? What are the achievements of Nigerian lawmakers? What are the achievements of the judiciary, the legislature, the executive? What have they achieved? As a Nigerian, what have you achieved? As a Biafran, let us examine what they do to you. You talk about economically. They are the one frustrating the people. And now let's look at how they frustrate you economically. You wake up in the morning, you open the shop. Because as a Biafran, they will never allow you. They won't employ you except you are the best of the best. And then they manage and hide you somewhere so you can teach Alamajiri. Our sister called in the morning, who was a hairdresser. She said she has to pay about 45,000 naira monthly to tax collector. And that should be in Cross River State. It come. And now this is what they do. You open a shop. The next thing you see at the beginning of every year, they organize the latest youth of Nigeria to come and taunt you. And then they carry file. Most of these people are graduate, PhDs. They have master's degree. They are best of the best. But they can never be employed. If I call them idiot, they will not understand. Because with all your PhD and LLB and QQQ, you will now carry file and be going to shop by shop. And when they get there, they say, yes, madam, show us your building permit. Is the owner of the shop the landlord? But of course, they must destroy you economically. You show us a building permit, hacking permit. Are they moto? There is nothing you will not pay. Resident permit. Inside your own fatherland, the Kwano. Shopping permit. Roadside hawking permit. There is no permit you will not pay. But the government will say, oh, anybody collecting tax, but it's the government that sent them. Let's look at another way they do it. In those days, we used bicycle to do town service. The governors wake up one day and said that they are using bicycle to kidnap. And so therefore, they should not use bicycle to do town service again. But do you know why they stop using of bicycle in most places? And the method they use, they inflate the price. When the money you will buy bicycle is the same money they sell motorcycle, why will you buy a bicycle? But they tell you they are helping you. It was an Igbo man that used to supply rally bicycle to Shell in those days. But because this Igbo man could provide it cheaper than the British government supplying the same rally, they are not satisfied with the money they are stealing from oil. They still want to supply Shell with everything Shell need. They stop the contract. And so they start using motorcycle for town service. They call it Okada. And all of a sudden, they say, no, band Okada, they are using Okada to kidnap. They introduced Keke na Pepe. Tricycle from India. India collected their own share anyway. We will come to that. They are the same people who telling you they want, and the World Bank is telling you that the GDP of Nigeria economic is growing by 6 or 7%. This is how they grow it. And as I'm talking to you now, the latest news now is that Keke na Pepe is being used for kidnapping. And so many states will ban keke na pepe from January, less than 70 days from now. But keke na pepe operators, 90% of them are graduates. And then by the time they stop keke na pepe, everybody will go and start driving taxi. They will still ban taxi. Because they will always say they are using taxi to kidnap. And then when they ban taxi, Nigerians will start using tipper. They will still ban tipper. Because they will still tell you, oh, they are using tipper to kidnap. Until you will use trailer, they will still ban trailer. Because their only achievement is to make sure all of you remain poor. You remain beggar. They decide how you eat. Look at how they have reduced our sato. The greatest achievement Awusa can do is Bambiala. First calling. Because their leaders want them to be carrying plate and be shouting Bambiala, give me kobo, Bambiala. They not tell them Raka Dede. That is what they want. And that is exactly what they want from us. And so when you see them introducing these policies that emasculate us economically, this is what they are meant to do. This is what the colonial master want. There is nothing more and there is nothing less. Have you people forgotten what Oshimole told that widow? Oshimole swore for that widow. But Oshimole is gallivanting. He's fighting for the good of Edo people. Most people don't know that in terms of erosion disaster, Edo State is the worst of its kind in Africa. But there is some lunatic like Oshimole deceiving himself there. What are the achievements of Nigerian politicians? In case you don't know what they are there to do. We look at the issue of infrastructural development. They make policies that will favor the R1 Yoduduwa. Today we shout on Radio Biafra, bring your investment home, bring your investment home. It's not because we don't understand the implication behind our decision and what we demand for. But of course, only those who can reason will understand the message you are passing. Because if you want to build any company, industry in Biafra land, the Nigerian government will not allow you only hotel. As a Biafran, the only development you can be allowed to put here in Biafra land is hotel. If you doubt it, come and invest in Biafra land. But we know these things. That is exactly what British government want these old touts who call themselves leader and founder father to do. They make policies that will favor them and undermine us. Oh, close the border, close the border. Hey, economic have to improve, close the border. But the border is open in the north. Foreign rights are all over the north. They have to restrict us, impoverish us, limit us to a certain stage where we beg and depend on them to survive. After all, anybody that feed you decide when you will eat. Anybody that is eating you, those of you who are living in somebody's house, if that person is the person feeding you, he's the one who will tell you when to eat. You can't just wake up and go to the pot. You will receive the greatest insult of your life, except they are your parents. And so when Nigerians feed you, they decide when you eat. And that is exactly what they want. They deliberately ensure that they neglect every structure in Biafra land. This is economic, infrastructure development strategy. No good hospital in Biafra land. The only good hospital is Share Hospital or BMH. BMH belongs to Oyibo. Oyibo gave it to them. Some states managed to revive it. And one doctor from Nigeria actually said that Nigerian hospital are dead trap. All you have everywhere is dilapidated facilities. They deliberately want it that way. And they make sure it remains that way. These are what these old men are doing to you. They tell you the youth are the future of tomorrow. And now you as a youth, you never see tomorrow because you are very old. Older and old as you can imagine. But they are still ruling you. But that is exactly what British government have. You talk about appointment of leadership. They make sure that only stark illiterate will rule you. Look at all the people ruling Nigeria. Only 2% of them can actually spell their name. Honestly. Chief Justice of Nigeria, Chief Justice of Federation, Chief Justice of Attorney General, Chief Justice of Boko Haram, Justice of Miati Allah. All of them, sample them, they didn't go to school. Gowon didn't go to school. Obasanjo didn't go to school. Yaradua didn't go to school. Tiwa Danjuma didn't go to school. All these people you call founding father, they did not go to school. What British did was to gather them and give them lecture, orientation. Today, most of you will think Obasanjo is a graduate. Of course, he's behind holy, is it, what do they call the university? Is it open door or open window? Open University in the Oshi. He has Harare degree from Open University inside internet. But he's a graduate, a learned man. He wrote book. Oh. Have you people read Buhari book? Idiots. But as far as they can project the image of stark illiterate, then the deed is done. But our people must understand what they are doing. Their only achievement. But they don't want you to say it because it's hate speech. Only gangsterism. Gangster, they are the one that rule Nigeria. Godfatherism and gangster. Those of you on Facebook, can you tell me those people are normal people? Those people who are carrying the most of the National Assembly, those people who are in the National Assembly, do you think they are normal people? Deceiving who? Yet Nigerian army led by Brutal, they will get Boko Haram and recuperate them, they free them. But they are looking for IPOB to kill. About 90 something or 800 or whatever number of Boko Haram have been set free by Nigerian army. But tomorrow, some countries are going to say, we are giving armored car and jet bomber to Nigeria to help us combat Boko Haram. And yet they will catch Boko Haram, they will incorporate them into the army. This is the achievement of your leaders, colonial taskmasters, tax collectors. The Nigerian police are a group of cultists. Nigerian police force are a group of cultists. But they won't want you to say that. Understand what we are saying. Nigerian army are Boko Haram. Nigerian police are cultists. Most of them are in them, wear red braza, yellow pink, black scorpion, yellow scorpion, pirate. I want you to be sincere to yourself. Watch the name Nigerian police bear. Watch the way Nigerian police dress. And tell me the difference between a tout, a cultist, a militant to them. They will tie wrapper on the head, wear eyeglass, fold one leg of trouser, wear canvas, carry 2 AK-47, tie cutlass behind, with hammer and chisel. Everything they equip themselves and smoking Igbo on the street. Will you leave tomorrow morning, those of you in Biafra land? Go and look at those police people. First of all, look at their name. Anti-cultism, anti-kidnapper, anti-Yahoo. Look at the name they bear. Operation Sting, Operation Boko Haram, Operation Kill and Carry the Dead Body, Operation Lock Up Shop. Just look at their name and their behavior. And then come back and tell me that you lie, that Nigerian police are not cultists. This is the achievement of those old men in power. They recruit young boys and make a fool out of them. Then I tell you, Biafran policemen. Then I tell you, Biafrans and Nigerian army. Wake up and get ready. Because it's going to be Royal Rumble, honestly. This is all they can give us. When you come back and you talk about Nigerian custom, they are the area boys. Nigerian custom are the area boys. This is December now. They are searching everybody. Just doing picking pocket to everybody. This is the achievement of these colonial tax collectors. Of course, Nigerian DSS are the kidnappers. We hear Nigerian DSS. They are the kidnapper. Assassinators. Nothing more, nothing less. They don't arrest you in the open. They come and kidnap you in the Oshi. And of course, are you talking about EFCC? EFCC are the Yahoo boys. It is kill and divide. EFCC, they are busy looking for small boys who are trying to, get their things back. But they are the real Yahoo boys. Most of you don't know what EFCC does every morning. As they gather in office, they bring number of people that deposit because they work with the bank. At the end of every day transaction, the bank will call EFCC. For our bank today, see people will deposit 3 million or 20 million. See their phone number, see their address. The main Yahoo boy, EFCC, they will now sit down and they will call you. Yes, where you dey? Yes, sir, where is this? He said, yes, it's DSS, EFCC. It's okay. And we understand you transferred 200 million. Where did you get the money? He said, but I do legitimate. He said, make we not talk too much. Make we not talk too much. What is there is we are coming to take our own percentage. That 200 million, we get 10%. You say, I can't do such thing because you are a legitimate businessman. Of course, only God will help you. FBI will help them indict you. The next thing we hear is, we have recovered loot. All the loot Yahoo boys of EFCC are recovering. Where are they? One Yoruba man called the EFCC Yahoo boy and said, I want to find out about this thing. Tell and say, your papa. I say, you are idiot. Get out of my line. I can't get close to that video now. I would have played to see how EFCC Yahoo boys normally operate. But these are hate speech anyway. They are hate speech. Don't say it. This is the achievement of Nigerian politicians. And then, they are the people who are supposed to be. Are they these people who are supposed to build the nation of your dream? Can somebody come out and tell me that Buhari, Babangida, T.Y. Danjuma, Obasanjo, and all these stars you see in the north and in the west, that they are going to build the Nigeria of your dream? No. There was nothing like Nigeria. There is nothing that will be like Nigeria. It's just something you can only dream of. It never resisted. Except to steal money, impoverish you, destroy Africa. Nothing more, nothing less. You are in Nigeria now. This is the time for you to rise up and demand for good life. Every country in the world are working hard to make sure that they are truly dependent. They don't depend on anybody. They want to provide good medical health care to their people. I have said this. One of my brothers served in the Nigerian army. But it will amaze you, his name is Hausa name. But it's my uncle. They call him Sami. He served in India in those days. But I do not know if it is the crisis between the India and the Bangladesh or thereon, I can't remember. But he came back blind anyway. But I will learn so much from him. They tell us how poor India was. How India will manufacture a single soap in those days. That even though as a soldier they forget this soap in the bucket of water, the next day the soap still remains strong. India was able to build an economy that can give them the nation they desire. But do you think Nigerian and the state of mind of the thought ruling Nigeria on behalf of British government, do you think they can give you a land where you will see electricity 24 hours uninterrupted? No. For you to have internet service or even have phone, they are regretting it. But of course, they will take it later on. They will make sure you don't have good road. They will make sure you don't build good house. Do you know that even EFCC are walking around looking for good house to go and ransack the people, rally around and rag those people who are building those houses? Idiots. Do you think Nigerian leaders you know today will fight for you when you are killed anywhere in the world? They will even pay country to kill you. Nigerians are going back now. There are some group they form. They call them Community of Nigeria. Around the world now, they are the one fighting IPOB. Idiots. We are taking record of all of you. I don't want to give your name out yet because I'm still reading all of your profile. Idiots. Community of Nigeria, my foot. Why don't you come back to Nigeria here and community, let you know how they will deceive you, destroy all of you, and you are there betraying your people who are fighting for your freedom. Biafrans, we must not stop until we crush Nigeria completely. We must crush Nigeria completely until there is nothing like Nigeria again. I'll be back in a minute.
Today is a sunny day. Today is a freedom day. Dear friends, we gonna be stronger. Fight our oppressors like a lion. Time has come. Let's take our destiny in our hands. We're not gonna let the oppressors win, cause we will fight them till the end. Chikotika Biama is on our side. We gonna be much stronger. So say no to the oppressors. Say no to the slavery. Let's break this chains now. Say no to this bondage. Fellow freedom fighters, say no to this bondage. Let's go. We are going to fight the oppressors. Let's go. The KK is on our side. Let's go. We are going to fight the oppressors. Let's go. The KK is on our side. It's on our side. I want in this world as a female. Tell me reason how we live in bondage. Stand up, let's fight for our right now. Biafra is alright. Looking at there's so many sorrows. We must fight for tomorrow. Cause our future mess up the good picture. We must defeat our oppressors. So now let's fight with ability. In unison, let's fight. We must crush the oppressors. Now we are like a tree planted in the ocean. Still we need more water. We must fight for our future. Freedom now on it. Let's go. We are going to fight the oppressors. Let's go. The KK is on our side. Let's go. We are going to fight the oppressors. Let's go. The KK is on our side. Let's go.
Of course, this is the only memory we have about them. You must not try to mercy. Oh, they will have been deceiving us before. They say, no, don't worry, Nigeria is still young. It's still young democracy. Idiot. Why can't they step aside? Let those people who can handle Nigerian come. Although it is too late for them. It is too late for all of them. Our lines are open at this moment. Don't let them deceive you. Our life can never be better. It can only get worse. As far as Nigerians remain, things will only get worse. And of course, you know, Nigerians have been moving backwardly on daily basis. It can never move forward. You are a Biafran anywhere in the world. Forget about what the community of Nigerians are doing around. It doesn't matter who they are. We will come for all of them. All those things all of you are doing. Will you know and understand that we are not in a hurry to address you people? You will understand. Send your data to the nearest IPOB. Send your data to our WhatsApp line and we will forward your name to the nearest IPOB. You are a Biafra, you have not joined IPOB. This is the time for you. Census is on already for your information. Look for the nearest IPOB and join. Don't let anybody deceive you. Rather, don't deceive yourself. You are a Biafran musician. Send your name, your data to this WhatsApp line I'm about to mention. 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. And of course, our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Caller on the line, are you there?
Hello.
Good evening from here, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Go ahead, please.
So, the first topic It is why one. It find why who like in the pastors. The man pastor the medicine on a medical consultation. Pastor they did take a nursing in a private one about cure. No, they take a nursing in a private part. My pastor that's what that's no imagine a group confusion. Here the Zulu, the family, here the Zulu, everywhere. And another one, look at a Canadian reduce IPOP worldwide. A Canadian rule, a total may happen. No way again. Ask Marco, you were for a car. Well, and another one, I wasn't getting a fire or Zozo, Indian Kuzi and Akuzere Madi, Indian Kuzi, especially in a village. If a foreign cousin and one school lesson, if I don't know to that, when you need to mind on a school set, na primary school, another school, through, a long brain. School, a long brain, I don't have the brain, but I'm hungry to go to school in primary school because it is the humility. We are put them in primary school. About when mama had that for more, I'm a my baby video. So you might like this of me and cousin and my and then you could have to say I already got it. And I have to have them know this. I go with my headmaster. What do you end on now? No, and the yes of the corner, but I don't know now. School and a village, the Indian cousin and man was made fire. What have you done? I know I have an accusation, and then I go to that thing with Tanko. He broke Kuga. My dear, the good of the end, and then also a serious thing with the tenor to Ghana, living in the headmaster. And then we got my name to Ghana, how to touch him at Canada. One of them, I know we and that. You have to get your half upon them, what woman. I'm not good, so why am I one? School and you may village at Siena.
Thank you very much.
I just get here and another one, and Macandi, he got online. Because I know I am for them to you. I can answer you. What of whom was I know? No, Mamma, over there you go. Oh, why die for here? I went to this three wise man. If someone who was over there, I know Mamma. Never, I don't know. I don't need them contribution in the people. My diversity, the woman has an administration. But I understand over there you go. Any dream to there.
Of course, that will be in the segment Back to Our Root. We shall look into it. Thank you very much. We must continue. As we are speaking now, David Umahi has formed Bakassi Boy. But what are his intentions? He wants to stop IPOB. Oh, they are going to pass hate bill. What are their targets? They want to stop IPOB. The day hate speech will stop, as you call it, saying the truth, calling it hate speech, is the day that you people will let Biafra go. If not, are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there?
Yes.
Go ahead,
Mazi,
please.
George Onyeibe, good evening from here, sir.
Good evening, my brother.
My
Go
name
ahead.
still remain Mazi Chinomso Wajuku, the former Adia State coordinator under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want to use this opportunity to thank our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been doing wonderfully job to his people. And I want to thank the leadership of IPOB worldwide, all over the world.
I want to say, may Chukwu Kabiama bless each and every one of them in Chukwu Kabiama's name. Mazi Onyeibe, I must have to thank you so much because you are here in Biafra land facing every challenges. It's not easy to be in this zoological republic and be doing the needful at any given time. I say, may Chukwu Kabiama continue to bless you and protect you. You're going out, you're coming in. I want to use this opportunity to thank the new Abia State coordinator. I must say, Chukwu Kabiama will strengthen him, give him the power to do the needful in Abia State. I want to thank all the coordinators in Abia State, those that have been doing wonderfully well. I want to use this opportunity to let the whole world know what is happening in Abia State. I thank God for what the Lord has been doing. Yesterday, some women, Yoruba women, they were going about from Mkwangwa, Lagos Street by Oboya side, going and telling people that are selling market that they should write their name. They give them form, write their name with 500 naira. They will register. They will give them form. They will write their name, their address, and pay 500 naira. And these people, and I'm sure Hausa Fulani people follow them. They will tell them that they will give them 2 pints of rice, 2.5 pints of rice. When they will use that form and their address and their phone number to communicate them anytime they are ready within this Christmas time. And some people, some global people are writing their names, filling form with 500 naira. This is what happened yesterday. Even as I speak to you, they move ahead today to be collecting 500 naira from people, promising them in return 2 pints of rice and half bag. Look at what Hausa people are doing now. They will carry their wheelbarrow to use rice and mix it with oil. When you are looking at that rice, you will think that it's a foreign rice and be selling to people in Aba. I speak to you. I want to use this opportunity to tell our people that they should hear what our people are bringing to us, what they are doing to us. They will collect your 500 and they will write. You will give them your address and your phone number. You must be very, very careful. And there's another information. This thing, our brother gave me this information on Monday, that they went to church and pastor invited a pastor in their church. And what that pastor, and it's certain that pastor is from Yoruba land because he's not speaking Igbo. And what he was telling the masses was, let us pray for the unity and let us pray for the peace in Nigeria. Immediately this young man told me this thing, I was buoyed. And I know the pastor that is pastoring that church. And I asked him, is he the pastor that opened his mouth to tell people? And he said that when the pastor was saying, let us pray, and people were murmuring in the church, I say, that pastor have luck, only luck. But I want to use this medium now. I want to use this medium now to tell all pastors in Abia State that they should be careful. Any more of this, you bring somebody in your church, that person will be telling the congregation to pray for the peace and unity of the zoological republic. That pastor, that church, you will see yourself to blame. If you don't know what to pray, I am using this opportunity now to tell you people not to pray for Nigeria any longer. Anywhere we see pastor, any church we hear in our ear that church is praying for the peace and unity in Nigeria. That church, the whole world will understand that we are ready to get Biafra. I want to use this opportunity now to tell the whole pastors in Abia State, not in Abia State, in Biafra land, no more preaching, no more praying for the unity and the progress of Nigeria. Nigeria is a zoo and it has collapsed. Our mission is to destroy Nigeria completely and totally. No mercy. So I was mad that very day, that Monday, to go and visit that pastor that owns that church. But the young man told me that he now a visitor, a person that they got, and he's suspecting that it's not an Igbo person. I say, okay, let me just keep calm. And I want to use this opportunity to tell the pastors in Abia State, in Biafra land, anywhere we hear, I know all of our brothers are all IPOB members in the church. Anywhere we hear any church, I know that they are praying for unity of Nigeria. That church, I'm sorry for you. Well, we are not going to tell you what will happen to you, to that pastor and to that church. So this is a signal to all of you. No more. And let me stop here so far. May Chukwu bless each and every one of us.
Thank you very much.
Biafra must be restored.
We must continue.
Thank you very much.
Call on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes. Good evening, Mazi.
Good evening from here.
Good evening, Mazi Onyeibe. Am I coming out clear?
Loud and clear. Go ahead, please.
Mazi Onyeibe, my name is Mazi Jude Chukwakiaba. I am calling from Abia State. Shalom, Wachineke.
Go ahead.
Mazi, please. It's true that our topic is different this night while we are trying to say another thing. I'm sorry for that. See, you know why I'm laughing? You see this governor that is called Okezi Ikpeazu. The man just went into market and print a bag, right Abia rice. While the rice he is distributing to people is a rice imported by Dangote. Then after he bought the rice in bulk, he will use the bag to go and repackage those rice and be given people. And the funny side of it is that if you cook that rice and you didn't finish it in the night, just cover it. In the morning, you will see ordinary water. So I don't know whether if it is a crime if we don't eat rice. That's why our people we're advising them to go back to farm, to go and farm. It is not compulsory that we will eat rice. And again, please, I love this topic, this going back to our root. Although I was calling, I couldn't make it that time. But let me just say a little thing. You see, when we are saying that when a man go and they define another man's wife, it is a crime. And when a woman now that is married is defining a married man, my brother, if you get any money from that man and you use that money to go and cook for your husband, I want to tell Ndibo that and the Biafrans that is the end of your husband's business. Your husband, all he is doing will be stopped with immediate effect because you have defined your husband. So as ana atakwa ufu, ana atakwa okoko. So if you are a man and the only thing that you would do in this world is only to go and marry to be defining another man's wife. Remember, a woman who is defining another man's husband is also a taboo in our culture. Mazi, may Chukwu Abiyama bless you. Shalom, Shabbat, Baruch,
Thank you.
Yahweh.
We must
Good
continue.
night.
Are you there, caller on the line? Go ahead, please.
Please, Josie, sorry to digress. There's something that is bothering me. Although I was so busy, I didn't hear your topic, but I'm just calling because there's something that is bothering me. In today's morning, the newspaper review, or almost all the newspapers in the zoo, they carry the report that the Jubril or Buhari has asked the Senate to approve for him to go and borrow $13 billion again from somewhere, or whether China or something like that. You see, why I say it's bothering me, I want you authorities in Biafra to warn the 10 countries who want to borrow money to Jubril that our oil wells they will be using to place as collateral does not belong to Jubril or Abakari or the Northerners. That oil well, yeah, are you hearing me? That oil well he'll be using to place as a collateral belongs to Biafra. And no Biafra is following him to go and sign any borrowing money. And they should know that as soon as Biafra comes, we will not honor any agreement they entered with Jubril or Buhari or Abakari or Nigerian government. You of authorities in Biafra should warn all the world, all those people that, especially China, that like to borrow so that they will come and seize the country in time to come. Our oil well is not for collateral. If Jubril wants to borrow money, he should go and use their cow in the north to go and borrow money, not our oil well. Please, you officers should enlighten the world that our oil well is not for collateral. This oil well belongs to Biafra. It doesn't belong to Jubril or Buhari or any good northerner. So that's just what I want to say. Sorry, I didn't listen to your topic. So that's this thing that is bothering me is what I want to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We must continue. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp? Go ahead.
Yes, I'm here. Good evening, Mazi. Good evening, fellow Biafrans. Mazi, please, I want to talk on the just concluded topic back to our root.
Go ahead.
Concerning the act of defilement, Mazi, you have spoken a lot about this act of defilement, and there's many ways the Hausa, Fulani, and the Yoruba have defied our people. Mazi, I want to tell our people, these Hausa people, these Fulani people that are cutting our nails, that liquid that they used to apply on the nails, who knows what is inside that liquid? Today, our people prefer those aboki, those Fulani men to barb their hair rather than going to the barber. They say that one is very good, it's shiny. And after barbing, they will rub those things on your hair, something you don't know what they miss, the concoction they miss inside. Our precious hair become something they use to practice barbing. What of those people that drink Yoruba jedi, Ubariro, you don't know what they cook and put inside? We keep on defiling ourselves every day because we have lived our own. We embrace other people's own. As you talk about the river, our river and our forest, in the old days, even to today, we have forests that we call Ajo here. We call it Mbo. These forests, nobody nears those forests. That time we are small, if you are hunting rabbit or any animal and the animal run inside those areas, you leave the animal. You don't dare enter inside that bush. But today, Fulani are the one hunting our animal inside those forests. They are the ones selling rabbit and all the animals to us now to eat. And we say it's good. In those days, there's this one neighboring village in our town. It's called Akata. These people, their forest, there's monkeys in those forests. Those monkeys, nobody touch them. If you do something bad, those monkeys will come to your compound, destroy all fruit in your compound, and went back to the forest. But today, the Fulani herdsmen are killing those animals, brutalizing them every day by day. Our people take commerce, take industries to Yoruba land, but Yoruba rather they bring churches to our side to defile us. Today, we read in the news that sometimes thunder and lightning will kill cows in Yoruba forest. None is happening in our own side again because they preserve their custom, they preserve their tradition, but they come down to our side and defy all our traditions and all our customs, thereby making us vulnerable. And when we talk about this, people will say it's evil. But I want to tell people, if evil can kill somebody that wants to kill me, that means that evil is a good evil. That means that evil is not evil the way I see it. If you want to kill me now, something kill you. It's not evil to me. So we need to go back to our roots. As concerning this present topic, this is collusion. the Hausa Fulani and the British, they are colliding. Today now, Nigeria federal government has paid London firm P&ID the sum of $200 million as a charge they win them on the court case concerning the gas project the London-based company want to do in Nigeria. And Nigeria government failed to supply the gas to the company, and they charged them to court and win the case. And Nigerian government you want this appeal to stand, you must pay $200 million. And at the end of the day, they still pay the money. And because it's free project going ahead, if these people win this case, they will still pay $9 billion US to London. And this is kill and divide. When they pay this money now, they will give Yoruba their 10%. They will give a Queen of England his 10%. And the Hausa and the Fulani Yoruba, they will invest their own in Dangote. Tomorrow they will say Dangote is the richest black man on this earth. But they don't know that they are taking all these things from our land. These $200 million US, where did they get it from? Is it not the oil in Biafra land? When they say that oil in Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa, and Bayelsa people or Ijo people will think that Jigawa people will take bucket and come and fetch oil. This is how they mean. They will take the oil, sell it and pay their debt and share it among themselves. And we are here talking every day, but people don't want to rise up. Mazi, thank you very much. May God bless you.
Thank you, my brother. We must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I hear you, my brother. Good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, first of all, let me thank you for myself and just for Biafra. The life of our leader, Mazi, and the life of our deputy leader, Mazi, to come from afar. And the whole life, my brother, Onyeibe, and all life of Biafra, who is working assiduously to restore Biafra. I say, may you go, keep on giving us, give us the knowledge, give us the strength to restore Biafra, and I'm going to go, and my prayer. My brother, my name is Echos, and I'm calling from Abagan. Abagan is in Jikoka. Jikoka is in Anambra, Biafra land. What I want to say this evening, I want to ask something in back to our root. No more thing. I want to beg you, as you have known a lot about back to our root, I'm just like giving a knowledge for what our brother have just said before in back to our root program. I'm thinking to beg you or tell you to do it this way. If you can record some of this in record, if you can put it in cassette and distribute it for IPOP units so that they can sell it. People who doesn't get radio Biafra normally can from there listen to your voice, listen to your teaching, then we learn more from there. Even the people that don't know anything about that, with people that does not hear it, when somebody buys it and put it in his home or his house and the record is talking, maybe someone at the side may be keeping interested to listen to the record. So it's very important that to put this on record, on cassette, and wrote it on book, just wrote it on book like novel, to be like novel. So it's very important that it will help our people more to be educated in back their roots, to know how to follow and how our manana was followed. So my brother, this was what I want to add. Thank you and
thank you very much.
And keep it on and keep it on.
And
Thank you. Good night from you.
Good night. And your suggestion is noted. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yes, my Rev. Good evening, my Rev.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
My fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom. My name is Joy Wombo. I'm calling from Eko. Please, Mazi, permit me to acknowledge you a little. Yes, I want to acknowledge you in the sense that I want to ask, where thy strength come from? Mazi, you are doing this work like never. Mazi, I want to acknowledge you and thank you so much for this job that you are doing. Another broadcast, another broadcast, another broadcast, another broadcast. Mazi, may Chukwu continue to strengthen you. May the eyes of evil ones never see you. Mazi, may you live to see the restoration of Biafra. In the name of Chukwu Kikabiama's name. He say. Please, I want to talk on This very topic that you treated this night is amazing. It's amazing that our people have forgotten where we come from and they are following the way of the zoo country called Nigeria. This being created by British government can never be well with them. And this man who is anchoring on a channel television, Mr. Ladi or whatever that you called yourself, I just want to talk to this man directly because I know in anywhere that this man is sitting this night, he is hearing my voice. Ladi or whatever that you call yourself, Nigerian government paid you to be telling lies, propagating lies. That you see truth, you will not talk about the truth. Rather, you propagate lies. Posterity will follow you. You are very hopeless that you cannot even see. You are intervening in everybody that Biafra and IPOP are threatening people, that they have beaten one nonsense Senate, and they are threatening the president. Did you not have
we
eyes?
don't threaten people. We are promising them. And come to think about it, they are the one doing the killing. They are the one doing the raping. Yes. They are the one doing the looting. They are the one doing all the evil. We are only talking. They should not worry. Yes. We don't threaten people. We make promise to them. It's just our people who are sleeping and they think it's going to be. Don't worry. Go ahead, my sister.
Please, I want to talk to this man. I am asking you for the last time. Is anything in your upstairs again? You are very hopeless and lunatic as you are. That Nigerian government is giving you money to come out on television that the whole world is watching and be propagating lies. Who are you to interview Senator Esne Enyina Ikweremadu? You don't know that Biafrans are endowed with wisdom from above. Who are you? You are asking anybody why IPOP members is threatening Nigerian government. Only threatening them.
Only idiots. They are Nigerian
only
government.
Talk.
Who is Nigerian government?
Only talk.
Terrorists,
now,
colonial taskmaster, tax collectors. What is the achievement? Impoverishing the people.
Right. We are naturally endowed. Can you be counting about 140 something checkpoints from Anambra to Imo State, from Imo State to Aba? Are we fighting war? And I like the way he put it to you, Ladi. He asked you. You should not be asking him, Abaribe. You should be asking yourself, if this thing is happening in your place, will you allow it? Will you endure it as we have been enduring? And you want to put him talking about that IPOP is the one causing the whole problem, and he have made it clear to you. Let it go inside their upstairs that this something yes that this
because of
IPOB by British government.
Because of IPOB, Buhari overthrew Shagari.
Are closed.
Idiots.
Our seaport are not working. You buy something as a merchant in Onitsha, you have to go to Lagos and clear it. Then and you speak as they are coming down. See, posterity will follow you. It can never be well with you and your family, Mr. Ladi. Very soon, you know that you can never even tell the truth because just open your mouth and say the truth. Nigerian government will, DSS will come to you. They will come and seize your license now. You don't know that you are a slave. You are a slave, Mr. Ladi. If you say that you are not a slave, come out openly and say the truth and shame the devil. Idiot. Please, Biafrans, wake up. This is the time for us to go home.
We must continue. Yes, sir. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
I'm there. I'm here, Mr. George Onyeibe.
Good evening,
my African rep.
Go ahead.
My name is I'm calling from Morocco. You see, your topic this night, even yesterday, was you are hitting everywhere. The world is shaking. Honestly speaking, my dear brother, keep it on. keep it on. Even though you need guidance wherever you are, my brother. Many are ready to die, honestly speaking. Also, may God bless our leader, bless our deputy, Benjamin Madubugu. I forgot to call your name. You are a hero. All of you that came out said that we will not die at once. May God bless all of you. There is one thing I want to say now. There is call about two or before this lady now. The guy talking about borrowing. You see that I'm telling every Nigerian that one Nigeria are destroying other nations, but they will not know. There is a man, richest man they call Ali Baba, visited Nigeria. As this man visited Nigeria, go back to China, now they have another billions of dollars to pardon Hong Kong for them to remain calm. Where did that money come? All this money is from Africa here. They took that money to inherit for them to live in a peaceful way. Then we will remain in bondage. I always tell them that they will never succeed. I have told the Moroccan police here that it's better for you people to allow Israel back home than to allow Chinese. And the man called the other policeman. Do you hear what this man said? He said, yes. I'm telling you the fact because these people are more dangerous than the people that you hate. The man say, he made a point. He said, good. That is how human beings can speak. Another thing again I want to say, I want to plead that the governor of Ebonyi State, don't make a fool of yourself. Putting Bakati, you will have only 8 years to remain in that year office. If Bakati is doing well, Hausa people, they will come, bring another person that will destroy them. Please, abide with our leader. For him, he have already shown you how. What you go carry, so abide. Nothing more. You don't need to go. I mean, you may listen to me. We are all human beings. We have showed you the overhead. So all you want to do as a governor there, abide. I say, let's take this guy word because it's moving. It's moving. And everything you speak here now, always being like a dead somebody they said you are dead. When somebody comes, tell them, pretend that you are dead. But in their spirit, you say, no, I'm not dead. That is what disturbing you. And you are making it to bring out every angle these people put out to intimidate us in future. Spirit must go down there. So, my brother, I urge you, keep it on. Keep it on. We all in support of you, honestly speaking. May you remain blessed. All Biafra.
Okay, Biafra. We are not going anywhere. Our people must understand. They always causing problem for us. They always harassing and intimidating our people. At the end, they are very perfect when it comes to change of narratives. They turn it all and look for, they play the game of indulgence. And then people will say, okay, they are the one who is causing it. But we've passed that stage anyway. Caller on the line, are you there?
Mazi.
Good evening from here.
Every Biafra all over the world. May we all put our minds together today, right inside our mind, and begin to thank Chukwuokike for the life of our deputy Mazi. Nobody can be like him. He has done the best nobody can do for us. And I ask Chukwuokike, please, Chukwuokike, Almighty God, continue to replenish the life of our deputy generation. From eternity to eternity, may his descendants remain forever in the land of Biafra and on this planet. Holy, holy, Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. He is the center of storm. Yes, I have to say it. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi is the savior of Trump. He is the savior of Putin. He is the savior of Netanyahu. He is the savior of every human being on this planet Earth. If you not understand, then you must understand this, because nobody can be like him. He has come to rescue the world from the bondage of the demonic kingdom, because the world has been defied. We talk about the fight. Do you know what women is all about? A woman carries a man and a woman in his womb. He delivered the 2 children at once. Some delivered even 5 children. Do you know whom they are? Then when she finished training those children, then when the man grow up, he will hand the man over to another woman to take care of the man, and that woman will become a mother to that man. Then that woman will become, what shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? What shall it profit you to divide us, we, the men, that guide and protect you? That is why to go to Adam and left our land. But today, as I'm telling you people, go and mark it to the world. Nobody can stop the restoration of Biafra. Go and nobody. Biafra must be restored, whether the devil like it or not. And I remind you to Jeremiah chapter 10. Go and read verse 11. That every God that are not involved in the creation of the earth and the sky must be destroyed. It is only the true God that we must worship, which is Chukwuka, the God of Biafra. And the Biafra is a religion. Can't you understand? Biafra is a religion. Biafra is not what you think it is. The religion of Chukwuka, life and direct. And we are the Biafra. And if you want to join us to worship Chukwuka, you are free to come. We are waiting for all of you at the temple of Chukwuka. Where our leader will build a temple where every Biafra will surely come and worship Chukwuka. So that the word of God again, because these people are cowards, stupid, useless people. Because of what must make you to defy yourself. And I must start it with myself. I must start it. Everything that will define me, I must root it out. Because Biafra must be restored. Then, not only Onyeibe, may you go to Biafra and bless you forever and ever. Remember, you must get Biafra. Or hear Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra. Call on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening. Good evening, all your Biafrans, anywhere you are. Good morning and good afternoon, according to your time zone. My name is Mark Ikenna Anozie. I am from Izombe. Izombe is in Ugutano government, Onu province, Biafra land. I thank you very much, Mazi Onyeibe, for the level of exposition that you are truly bringing out. The level of teaching you give us has never been gained in any tertiary institution in the zoo. The way you have systematically built my own very spirit, that I am now back to my roots. And the way I preach it here too, because most times there is this zoo frequency that battles our radio station. So ordinarily, as I go on the streets, I make sure besides the very information you give us. Going back to our roots is something that is beyond the zoo learning. As a matter of fact, Hausa and Fulani have conditioned us to a level that even after defiling the animals they sell, defiling they not bring it back, because I live in a, they bring it to the Hausa market here, and our ladies, as you said, one of our brother and so loose that they go to this market after the Fulani and Hausa men would have removed the hide of the cattle. They now go around fetching this part of meat that looks like cattle. If you see the way Hausa and Fulani men are touching our ladies because they came to buy imiano, insignificant part of cow. It's highly appalling. But I thank you, and I thank our dear leader, our able leader, and I thank my daily man, Deputy Mazi Shimoto, and yourself for spirit enlightening lectures you have given us. This get back to your root, something that we can never have any other place. And rightfully, as our leader has always said it, now that you people are here, there is none like you people, and when you are gone, there won't be any like you people again. This lecture that you have given us is a one-time life lecture. No other place are we going to get it. Just after now, we can never see anything like this. Just as our brother said, we should make sure we document everything. Some on CDs, we write down the remember this. I will buy and I will give my children and buy that my children will give to their own children. That is just how it is. I thank you very, 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 very much, my dear.
Thank you, my brother. We must continue. Our people must understand we have just one target. We want to go home. Call on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Call on the line, are you there? Call on the line. Of course, that is Zoo Epileptic Network, but we must continue. Biafrans, wherever you are all over the world, Nigeria has one agenda. And it's only evil they mean for us. Nothing good can come out of Nigeria. And we will never stop until we stop Nigeria. And this is one truth that nothing can stop. Are you there, caller, on WhatsApp?
Yeah, yeah. Onyeibe, good morning.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning from here. Good morning, good evening, Biafra all over the world. Mazi Onyeibe, my name is Tidebere. I'm calling you from South Korea. Yeah, yeah, I'm here, Mazi.
Go ahead, please. I will advise you to turn down the volume of your radio set. It's distracting you.
Okay, sir. Mazi Onyeibe, I thank you so much. I appreciate the work you're doing for us. We appreciate your morning, afternoon, night. You're coming on the air to teach us, to let us know what we are going through, what we are passing through in that zoo. We thank you for everything you're doing for us. We appreciate it. And we thank our leader for his good work. No matter what is passing through, we know everything that is going on, and we appreciate you people. We appreciate you mostly that is in that zoo, working day and night to make sure that we survive, we get our land back. And I'm using this opportunity to tell our people here in South Korea, more especially in Paju, where we are residing, we want to open an IPOP family, and some of them have been telling them, because I know it's hard for our people to understand what is going on. I told them they should go straight to the radio. I'm trying to link them up to the radio so that they will be hearing whatever that is going on in our country with their ears, so that they will understand what we are going through and what we are passing, so that they will put more effort in what we are doing. And today we will like to have a meeting, and Mazi Onyeibe also would like to get in contact with you, because this IPOP family, we have been trying to get some people that we will register with, but it's very far. Where they are is very far, so we decided to know how we can gather and open a family here in Paju. So I'm using this opportunity to tell my people. I know some of them are listening right now. I think we'll have some kind of gathering this evening, so that they will try and gather, so that something we have to start and know what to do about it. I thank you so much, Mazi.
Thank you, my brother. There is no problem about that. Just inbox me on this WhatsApp line, and I will link you up with the coordinator in charge of that region. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay, sir.
We
Thank
must
you so
continue.
much. God bless.
Good night from here. Are you there, caller, on the line?
Hello, Mazi Onyeibe. Good evening.
Ada, good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Greetings to Biafrans all over the world. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on your time zone. I see Menwa that is of Ezodo. I heard from Umuze, Unorumba local government area of Anambra State, but right now I'm calling from Onitsha province. Mazi Onyeibe, I want to thank you for all the good work we are doing to the wonderful people of Biafra. May God in His infinite mercy grant you all your heart desires. I also thank our able leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and our able deputy leader, Mazi Chemombo, for all the wonderful work you people are doing. I commend your effort. May God in infinite mercy grant you all your heart desires. We must all live and see Biafra. Biafra is our only hope. Please, Mazi Onyeibe, it's about entering and joining IPOB. I sent you that message last week, but I haven't seen any reply. What about me? Please, I'm still waiting.
There is no problem. Still resend the message. Still resend the message, please.
Please, what am I going to do about it?
I say still. Are you here? Still resend the message. Still resend the message and try and be patient. The coordinator will certainly meet up with you.
I am not on WhatsApp page. I send it directly to that number.
And then that phone, I can't read text message from there. See how you can send it to this text message.
Text message from there.
Yes, I cannot read text message from this phone. Exactly.
Okay, but the phone I'm using right now is not doing WhatsApp. What am I
just
going
look
to do
for somebody that have WhatsApp and let them help you.
Okay.
Please. I believe in no time will be upgraded and then I can be able to receive text message from all of them. But at this moment it's not functioning.
Okay, I thank you once again.
That's right, madam.
I thank you once again for all your wonderful words. God must surely reward you. Your children must be a blessing to your life. They will be a blessing to Biafra land. You are indeed a great man. May God grant you all your heart desires in the mighty name of Yahweh.
See, thank you very much. We must continue. Oh, hey, Biafra. Yes, a caller, WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yeah, Mazi, good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Mazi, my name is Paul. I'm calling from Libreville, Gabon. Mazi, this evening, I'm sending my greeting to you. May Kabama bless you and guide you and protect you wherever you go. When you sleep, well, angels of the Lord guide you and protect you and your family. In Jesus' name. Mazi, at the same time, I'm sending my greeting to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because he's the man. Is the Moses of our time. So I want to greet him this evening. May Ochukwu Kalama bless him and guide our deputy Mazi Chemofo and guide all the principal officers around the world. And IPOB, especially those in our land, the Biafran land, people are formidable. I want to let you know to understand that we are with you people. Forget all those happening in our land. Very soon, Biafra must be restored. Those who are forming vigilante and forming anything they like, I want to let them to know this is their final push. And IPOB must rise up and claim our land. Nobody can come and claim our land. Fulani cannot conquer our land. Fulani can Islamize all the whole West Africa, but Biafra land cannot be Islamized. And you can see that the zoo, they are already dead. They're in the mortuary and waiting the ambulance to come and carry them for their burial. So because we are telling them that the IPOB, the fans of this time around, cannot make the same mistake again. We must restore our land. I'm greeting all the whole veterans, because those who fought and make things happen in our land. I'm greeting them. And Biafra must be restored. Our people, wherever you are, IPOB, all over the world, Biafrans all over the world, especially those in diaspora, must stand up, must wake up, and make sure that everybody join his hand to make sure that Biafra come. So my brother, I don't have much to say, but I have to say that Biafra is there. No going back about it. Biafra must be restored. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We must go home. And of course, we are inching closer to the end of this evening segment. Our people must understand there is no memory we have about Nigeria other than the Yoruba, the Hausa, the Fulani, the one Nigerians and the Saboto. I think they could, build cities on the expense of our people, which is impossible, practically impossible. I must tell you. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line, I will advise you to stop listening to your radio and go ahead.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Ada. Go ahead.
I'm Mad Oluchi from Mazi. I thank you so much for the knowledge you are imparting, completing on us. I keep on praying to God Almighty to see you with His wisdom, to continue the good work we are doing. I thank God especially for our leaders. And all of you, you are extremely too much. The Almighty God continues using you as a useful instrument until this struggle is actualized. Permit me, sir, to ask this question. It has been bothering me. I want to know how secured the arrangements or the plans on security aspects of our leaders listening to this zoo. Because they are no more than when they purchase this zoo that will be slaughtered like a cow. I want to ask, how far, what is the level of his security? If there is no proper security, let him stay aside for the burial of his mother.
Now,
I thank God who has received. Hello?
Yes. As for what they say, they owns their mouth. Yes. The mouth belongs to them. Anything they like, make them use and talk. We will say what we want to say because it's our mouth. And now, for the security of our leader, I can assure you, it is as secure as heaven. Because it is heaven that have ordained this movement. And heaven have anointed him. Were they not there with all their checking points when our leader arrived in Israel? Leave all these people, we don't have time for them. When we have time for them, they will understand. Were they not there? Did they not kill people in Afari Beku? Were they not there when he came to Israel? Leave all this lunatic, we don't have their time. Wait, I say, Nigeria are tracking you, Nigeria are tracking you. They track nothing. Over 100 years, Nigeria cannot control traffic light. Is it you they track? They are looking for who know Onyeibe, who know Chemefo, who know this one, who know this one. Then they collect money and come and set you up. That is what they do. They can't even control traffic light to Nigeria. You don't know the level of stupidity that governs them. But of course, the pair of light is not in our hand. We can only humble ourselves before the Creator because in the end, He's the lifting up of our head. For Nigeria, they are a expired issue. We are doing what we are doing because we want to manage the level of collateral damage. They will kill many of our people. It's our people they are talking, not about us, not about Nigeria. They no longer resist. You can't bury mama. They will do like this. They will do like that. Yoshi, I beg. Let's just.
They are saying it openly. I heard it over Zoo Radio newspaper headline. I've forgotten the date.
But they have nothing to. No news now. There is no news now. They don't have news now, and so they have to gossip. Do they have any news to present? They have to gossip.
No.
So they wake up in the morning, you listen to Nigerian news, you will hear, Ijebu Gari expired. Ijebu Gari expired in Ondo State. Can we still be eating it? Then people start calling. Do they have anything to tell Nigeria? And so if they know calling Mazi and the Kano will make people listen to their radio, of course they will do that. Don't you know there are, in fact, somebody called me one day and said, I have seen you. I said, you don't mean it. Where did you see me? He said, I saw you in the newspaper. I said, wow. And I went there. Somebody took another person's picture and wrote the African Rep IPOB, George Onyeibe. I laughed, I almost died. And then, so that is what they do in the zoo. So don't worry about them.
When they are short of ways, they started missing out, saying all sorts of rubbish.
Very soon, you will hear Nigerian news telling you that one goat to born cow. Goat will born cow. Don't you see them? Lion swallow money, rat pursue president for office, snake swallow WAEC money, chimpanzee arrest policeman. That is what they do. The next one, you will hear them, a man killed himself and run away.
It's only here we hear such silly stories. It cannot happen in the audience.
And to top it all, when they finish giving all these headlines, BBC and CNN will support them. Yes, in Nigeria, a man killed himself and run away. Is God not wonderful? Idiots everywhere. And they think they are fooling us. We shall see how long they shall fool us. Imagine what Nigeria is writing. No, imagine how useless they can be. Yes, if Mazi cannot come to bury his mother, we will butcher him. But the question should be, what did Mazi do? But what did our leader do? What is the crime of our leader? That we make normal human being to come out and talk to him that way. The same freedom that will benefit all of them. But they are not normal. That is why we keep calling them idiots. Because that is the best way to explain them. We call them idiots. This is a zoo. Idiot is an animal. The zoo where they keep idiots. Yoruba and Facebook will soon start their evil work. The simple question is not what they intend to do. Let's be rational, realistical. What did Mazi do? Somebody somewhere want us to be clapping. Oh, we the one Nigeria. We are very happy. One Nigeria. We love one another. But we are suffering and we are smiling. We are dying on daily basis and nobody saying anything. And they want us to say, oh, praise the Lord, that Nigeria is good. Thunder will fire Nigeria. And then somebody say, no, we cannot be suffering and smiling. We just have to face the truth. Let us go for referendum. That is what causes us this problem. Is it not referendum we ask for? And then they say they are calling for war. They are calling for war. It's a call for referendum, a call for war. I beg, leave Nigerian people. They are old school.
I thank you so much. I'm now satisfied. I'm now courageous. Since I had this news, I've been worried. It has been worrying me. Thank you for giving me accurate information.
Thank you very much.
I pray Almighty Yahweh to continue telling you with His wisdom, because you are not doing this alone. God is doing it through you. May His holy name be exalted forever and ever. In Yahshua's name.
You see. Hopefully this is the last call for this evening segment. A few hours from now, we shall continue from where we stop. Biafrans must not allow them to be themselves to be deceived. We have been deceived all this while. But how long will it continue? They did this to our fathers. They kept their cool. They did this to their father before them. They kept their cool. And now they are doing the same thing with us. And here's why I'm me. Biafra must bear. It's as simple as that. Do we want to take over Yoruba land? These people should be ashamed of themselves, trying to make us remain in one community with them. We're not the same people. Of course, we are all black, we agree. But some black were genetically produced somewhere in London. That is why they were able to renew Buhari. Even cut off the pipe that make Buhari speak Fufude. And now he can't speak Fufude. It's even shorter. They are idiots. You think we are fooling us? Of course, you will be planning to poison us. You will be planning to unleash share. We are building barracks everywhere. Checking point everywhere. Our land is under military occupation. Your target is we will wipe them, we will deal with them, and you will handle us. Don't worry, you will handle us. You shall handle us. We will make sure that you handle us. Be very ready to handle us. Because in the end, umenu meni zu umonwa. Umenu meni zu umonwa. It is simple. Freedom is all we ask for.
The history of a people, I repeat, is like the stream of life from which the character form and structure of the identity, their backwardness and progress are drawn. It affords the people the platform on which to predict their future. Though, just as every stream has a source, so every group of people has a beginning.
I had a voice on the radio Biafra. London is the mouthpiece of the Biafrans. Nnamdi Kanu is his name. He made a vow to fight the end till our nation Biafra is restored. We love him, he's our mentor. Biafra is for real. Yeah. We will keep on fighting till the end.
Anything you hear on Radio Biafra is the gospel truth.
I had a voice right in the air, sounding like a thunder, calling for my freedom. Yeah, now I can come. I had a voice right in the air, telling me to listen. Biafra's freedom is play. It's telling me Biafra is mine. Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home, my home. It's telling me Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home, my home, my home. For many years after the war, yeah, we be praying to Kike to give us a good leader in Biafra land to replace Ojukwu. Until I wake up one day, one morning, I tune to my radio 102.1 FM, radio Biafra. All I had is love.
The people cannot predict their future if they do not know their past.
Yeah. Nnamdi Kanu's voice, I had a voice right in yeah. Sounding like a thunder.